You're watching Poindexter Lounge for the Unity. You're watching Poindexter Lounge. You already know.
Poindexter, you're getting all excited.
What's up, nerd family? Welcome once again to the Poindexter Lounge. My name is Enosh, aka Enosh Fett, and it is good to have you with me in the lounge today. Now, look, if this is your first time to the lounge, just know that the Poindexter Lounge is a place for nerds. It's a place where you and me and my crew can get together and talk about the things that we love, things like TV shows, movies, games, sci-fi, fantasy, comic books, superheroes, toys, and so much more. And if those are things that get you excited in the morning, if those are things that get you getting a cup of Joe in your Deadpool mug and get you staying up late at night to talk about this nerdy stuff, then please hit that subscribe button as well as that notification bell so that you know when we put out new videos, because we're constantly putting out new content for you. And so and with you, because we love you guys and we enjoy having fun with each and every one of you. And so we want you to be here for that. Okay. So please hit that subscribe button and become part of this growing group, this growing movement of nerd fandom, as it were. All right. But like I said, I'm just glad that you guys are here tonight. I'm glad that you are with us. I've been off the last couple of days. I've had kind of like this little head cold thing going on, and so been trying to rest up a little bit, trying to get to feeling better, so we can come out and put a quality show together, but so much stuff has happened that couldn't put it off anymore, and and had to jump on in here. And so we got a couple of guests that are going to be with us in just a minute. But first of all, as always, I want to say a shout out to all of our Patreon partners. You guys are fantastic. Thank you guys for believing in this channel and for supporting this channel the way that you do. I really, really appreciate that. And what did I do with my book? Anyways, so all of the Patreon supporters, thank you so much for being here. And as well, our members of the channel, you guys are fantastic. One would maybe even say that you're tiff-tastic. But thank you to all of our members. Our newest member there, right there in the center, down at the bottom there, Camilla Franco. Thank you so much, Camilla, for becoming part of the channel. We definitely appreciate you, and we're glad. Thank you to everyone who is a part of the membership. Now, with the membership with the membership, you get all kinds of cool stuff. You get cool emoticons. We just added 3 new emoticons. We need 3 more members, and we can add yet another. But this is one of the newest ones. That's Tiff-tastic. So you guys can throw those in there during the chat. We also have Johnny Pop with his evil eye on the nonsense. There you can see that. And then if you see something that's just like, oh man, just get you shaking your head. Yep. It's like Doomcock and Mike Zero in the shower with good old Kathleen Kennedy. There she is. And so, those are things that with just a lot of other fun ones that are in there, and you guys can access all of that. Now, okay, so a couple of things that we are going to take care of before we get started, because I've got some updates on some things for you. First of all, you know that a couple of months ago, we put together a GoFundMe program that we wanted to this summer, me and my family, we visited the Superman Museum in Metropolis, Illinois. And we were there, and while we were there, we saw that they have a walkway with these bricks there. And I know some of you have heard me talk about this a lot, but for anybody who hasn't, so they have this walkway of bricks where you can dedicate bricks to different people and, representing different things. And so a lot of people, put these bricks in for a variety of reasons. And so what we did was we decided while I was there, I thought, man, who needs a brick here? Is Zack Snyder. So we put together this GoFundMe program, was to lay a brick for Zack, and and we did it. You guys were awesome. You guys came through, and we raised the money to put in this brick there at the Superman Museum in Metropolis. And let me just tell you, you should visit Metropolis, Illinois. I've been talking to these people lately, and they're just doing a great job. They're renovating the place right now and doing some much needed renovations. That's awesome. And people who support them through this, that's what goes to help. And so they don't get any money from DC Comics or anything like that. The city itself is kind of grandfathered in because they've been using the moniker of Metropolis and as Superman's the home of Superman for years. And DC just didn't do anything about it, and so now it's kind of grandfathered in, and so the copyright claim has I guess expired on it. But so they get no as far as I know, they get no financial support whatsoever from DC Comics. There's no connection with DC Comics whatsoever. It's just simply out of the love of their heart that they have this place that is available to all of us fans to be able to have a place to go and to enjoy. And there's all kinds of great props there from the movies, the TV shows, pretty much every movie, TV show, incarnation. I mean, everything from Smallville to the old Superboy TV show to the 1950s George Reeves show to the Christopher Reeve movies to all the way up to Man of Steel and Batman v Superman. There's stuff in there from that. Pretty much every cartoon, every kind of newspaper clipping. I mean, just all kinds of Superman related merchandise and things. I mean, buttons, pins. They got a whole collections of just banners and pictures and stuff that is just amazing. And so it's a great trip down memory lane. So it's in Metropolis, Illinois. It's at the very southern tip of Illinois. And so I would tell you to go. But so that being said, we raised the money. And so now we've just been waiting for them to come through with, with being able to install it. And so I am told that this Thursday, the brick will be ready. And if you're wondering what we put in, this right here is what it will look like right here. Or it will have the Superman logo from Man of Steel, and it will say, "If you seek his monument, look around you, to the family of Zack and Deborah Snyder, the Poindexter Lounge, and your many associate producers." And I will just tell you that they are very excited at the Superman Museum for this, and I am going to try to get down there to be a part of the install and filming it. And I'm going to film some of it actually for the music video for my song Associate Producer that'll be coming out here shortly. And so so be looking for this. It's going to be really cool, and I can't wait to share this with you guys, this moment together when it finally goes in. Like I said, hopefully this week. I don't know if I'll get down there this week. I'm thinking about maybe trying to sneak down there on Friday. It's about a 9-hour drive for me. So I'm gonna have to plan out a couple of days. So maybe if not this week, maybe next week, hopefully, and I can get down there and give you guys basically a report of of this thing. And I just want to thank you all from the bottom of my heart for supporting this thing. And, Zach is aware of it. We were able to tell him and make him aware when we went on this stream with him during Deck the Hall of Justice. And he just had a smile on his face. He was so happy to hear about it. He didn't even realize there was a Metropolis, Illinois, let alone a Superman museum. And so now he's aware, and we've got others who are keeping him aware. And so he will know what you have done, and all those who've supported. I plan on putting together a little digital certificate for you so that you will have that with a picture of the brick so that you can say, hey, I was a part of that. And we helped put that together. All right. So there's that. I'm trying to think if there's any other little things that we need to talk about here before. Of course, also, don't forget there's many ways that you can support the channel, whether it be, picking up some merchandise. We have some really cool new logoed items in the Teespring. You can find all that in the description below. And I feel like I'm forgetting something. I put this whole thing together, and now I still feel like I'm forgetting something. But that's okay. We got a lot to talk about tonight. We definitely got a lot to go over. There's been a lot of news in the last couple of days, and I know that some of you have heard other people talk about this stuff. But you know what? You haven't heard me talk about it. Gosh darn it! And there's actually some stuff that you may not have even heard anybody else talk about, but maybe you saw in the news or whatever. So we're going to get to all of that here in just a second. But before we do that, I do want to say a couple of shout outs to everybody. Just kind of welcome you all, everyone in the chat. The chat, I'll tell you what, one of the things that I love most of all is the chats in our videos. And so I want to say hello to Anthony. What's up, Anthony? What's up, Rush? Thank you so much. What's up, Andrew? Andrew's going to be in here in just a little while. What's up, Scotty? Good to see you, Scotty. Saggy Melons is in here. Welcome, Saggy. I don't know if I sent you a link. Hey, Max, I see you back there. If you want to send Saggy a link, if she's available, she's more than welcome to come in. I thought I might have, but I may have missed her. What's up, Lena Deli? Hey, man, good to see you, brother. This guy is very talented and really cool. What's up, Andy? What's up, Lois? Tony's in the back there. Tony's ready. He's getting ready to go for it. What's up, Geek Studios? The ghost who walks. Thank you, man. I appreciate that. I really appreciate that. It's going to be a really cool thing. Matt, of course, you're always welcome to join. I think I sent you the link. If I didn't, hit me up. What's up, Ryan, man? Good to see you, brother. Batman is cooler. Oh, my Diaz. That's funny. Hey, you know what? That's all right. Everybody loves something different, right? And so I've always loved Superman for sure. What's up, Firewater FX? Max, if you want, you can share it with Firewater as well, if you'd like to do that. I'm guessing Max just had a stream, so I'm guessing you guys are coming over from that. What's up, Neon Sci-Fi? Good to see you. What's up, Kinky Sphincter? One of our members here, throwing up the Ray Fisher sign. Good to see you. Let's see who else I can say hi to before we get started. What's up, Kells? Good to see you. Very good to see you. What's up, Hunter? Let's see. What's this question here? Real quick. Poindexter Lounge, what is your thoughts on Evan Peters replace Aaron Tyler Quicksilver in the MCU? And do you think we will get Aaron Taylor Johnson in the DCEU? Okay, so if you have not watched yet, you know, every Friday night we do our WandaVision watch party, and we're going to keep doing watch parties. We do watch parties for all the major shows, you know, as they come out. We'll be watching Superman and Lois. We will be watching The Flash when it comes back, and we're going to talk a little bit about that. But if you were watching that night, I am a huge fan of Evan Peters Quicksilver. I have just not liked Aaron Taylor Johnson's. I like Aaron Taylor Johnson. I liked him in the Kick Butt movies. I dug that. I love him in that, and I loved him in Godzilla. I did not like him as Quicksilver at all. I love the Quicksilver from the X-Men. So we actually called that seconds before it happened live on the show. And so yeah. So I don't know. Would we get Aaron Taylor? I don't know. I don't know who I would see him as. You know, in the DCEU, but I mean, he's a good actor, so I wouldn't have a problem with that for sure. What's up, Rhea? What's up, Ray? Yep, the Joker pick dropped on your birthday. Well, happy birthday. I'm glad that you brought that up. What's up, Sophie? Good to see you. What's up, McLovin? Thank you. I appreciate that. Appreciate the love for sure. My son Landon is in the house. What's up, Landon? What's up, Noel? Noel, I'm sorry. Good to see you, Noel, for sure. And I think that's I want to get this right. Around it's either around Feces Dooms or around These's Dooms. So is it one or two around? But it's good to see you anyways. For sure. Excuse me while we talk movie reviews. What's good? Good to see you. What's up, Damon? Damon Impact 01. good to see you. Dickie Akbar asks, is there any possibility that Zack Snyder's Justice League's continued on a comic? I definitely think so. I definitely think that, I'm hoping for other things, obviously other media, but I definitely could see them continuing on with a comic for sure. And I'm sure we'll get some of those stories fleshed out that way. What's good, Jacob? Good to see you. And hey, 187, what's good to see? What's good, man? Good to see you, buddy. Our resident MCU fan. It wouldn't be a discussion about the MCU if it wasn't with him. DC Legendary, Andrew Christie, what's good? A Biodin, what's good? Good to see you. DL Vince, good to see you. Hassan, good to see you. Aaron Entertainment, good to see you. Comic Book Fan 16 or Comic Book Fan 89. I apologize. The Gold Man. I am looking forward to tomorrow. So don't forget, I don't have the thumbnail yet, but a lot of you know that me and the Gold Man and Dawson have been going through the Star Wars movies, and so we are going to continue that tomorrow night right here on this channel at 8:30 p.m. We will be back with Revenge of the Sith. So you're going to want to be here for that. That's going to be fire. We're going to have a great time with that. And so, yes, I look forward to that as well. Okay. So we got through that. And so look forward to that. Also, I do want to say also to all of our Patreon and members, something else that you get. I always talk about you guys get, behind the scenes stuff. Yes, it's going to be fire. It's going to be crazy. And so, but one of the things that I started doing actually is doing a daily video, a daily behind the scenes video. So you're going to get a daily vlog video from me every day if you join the Patreon or the membership. And so you can join the membership for as little as $2 and you get a bunch of different things, or you can join the Patreon for as little as $1. And so you get behind the scene videos that nobody else can see. What's up, Master of None? What's up, Brian? I'm good. It's good to see you, man. And of course, you are always welcome in here as well. Jack, good to see you. Super Radness, I love that name. Super Radness, that's fantastic. And Alex, the film maker, yes, destroy that like button, but make sure it works first. Okay, that being said, we're going to jump right in. We've got a full panel, and we're going to be bringing in a couple others later. But first of all, ladies and gentlemen, you love him. I love him. He's a regular here on the channel and one of our best supporters, ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Tony, aka Ray. What's up, man?
Not too much, man. I got the night off early, so I actually get to see you live.
Fantastic.
I work too much, man. Sorry, I just don't get to be around anymore.
Oh well, we miss you, but you know what? You know what that means? It makes it even that much more special, Tony, when we see your smiling face for sure. All right, we're gonna bring some more people in. What's up, Mad Max Beyond Thunderdome, bringing in the movie Madness.
All right, hey Tony, nice to see you. Thanks, Enosh. I'm in a really good mood today. I'm loving it.
Nice.
You're like nice. McDonald's, huh?
Well, that would make it even better. It's Matt Jarbo. Can I call Matt Jarbo to get that McDonald's? I'm loving it. No, I would be so happy to have Matt Jarbo deliver my food. I'd say, come in and get a beer. I'll give you a big tip. And he's doing the hard work. What was that? Not anything else. An actual tip.
Dexter, you're getting all excited.
I love that clip.
No, I love Matt Jarbo that he's still grinding the YouTube, and then he has to do supplemental stuff. That's also, I mean, that's the life of a long-time YouTuber.
Hey,
you're sometimes more relevant than you are, not that his content's not relevant. It's just that this is the reality for YouTubers. That's why I do have my own commentary on memberships and everything like that. But you actually support these people. Because the way the system is set up, there is need for it. There is need for it, especially if you're going to do this more often. So you're getting a lot of love lately. I really, it's nice to see your channel grow and all the support. Props to everyone here that supports this man. And while I'm talking about that, I have a new channel. No,
You have a new channel.
no,
He
because I
gives me
decided.
t-shirts. That's why I support him.
Oh, cool. Yeah, no,
I do.
he does
Well, let's
cool
get
stuff with the
everybody
giveaways. The giveaways.
I do. Speaking of giveaways, that's what I was just trying to pull up because I realized I don't have the book in here with me. But
and the brick was a nice idea. It's great.
Thank you. We know what we're trying, man. We want. I'm sending this to my computer right now so that I can show everybody. But this month, actually the 13th, so this Saturday, we will be giving this away for anybody who is a Patreon supporter, a member, or if you give a super chat at any time between now and Saturday. When we'll do this, we are giving away this guy right here, which is fantastic. This Batman Noir, the Long Halloween, black and white. It's just in the other room. We were streaming the other day out in the living room, and I forgot to bring it in here tonight. So this is a hardback book. It's all black and white. It's beautiful, and so this is what we're giving away this Saturday. And so, on top of that, not only will we be doing a stream to give that away, but I'll also be scheduling a stream for this Saturday for members only and Patreon only stream for you guys. So be looking for that. Anyways, I want to get everybody in here. What's up, Bat Saggy?
I am. Hello, I'm Bat Saggy. Hello, Tony. Long time no see.
Hi, nice to see you.
Give us money.
Well, it's good to see you. Glad you're here, Bat Saggy. You may want to clear your throat.
Yeah, sorry. It was a long time waiting back there in my throat. I didn't have any water. You got to leave water out for your guests that are waiting in the backstage. That's just common courtesy.
Yeah, it's pretty.
You're thirsty.
There are some
empty
beverages
in the green room back in the lounge. I mean, you got an amazing setup in your actual studio, but the backstage of the StreamYard is pretty empty.
Well, if I could digitally give you something to drink, I sure would. and rounding out our panel for right now. Later, we're going to be bringing in Andrew in just a little while, but I don't like to bring in too many people all at once, just because then everybody starts talking over each other. But ladies and gentlemen, I am blessed that he is here tonight. Every time I think that this man has gone above and beyond and done something just like extraordinary, he always surprises me. I was on his channel last night. We did a whole couple hours on the Cloverfield franchise, which will actually, Cloverfield 2, a sequel, I should say, to Cloverfield proper. The first movie has been announced. And so we're going to be giving away this DVD set. It is a DVD set, but it's got some behind the scenes stuff for Cloverfield Paradox, and all three movies are there. And so we'll be giving that away actually the last part of this month. So a couple giveaways this month. But ladies and gentlemen, welcome with me, my partner in crime, my younger self. You love him. I love him. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Dawson, nerdy in many ways. What's going on, Dawson?
How's it going, guys? Good to see everybody here. It's been a while since I've been able to hang out with Tony and Mad Max, and it's good to see everybody.
Yeah, he's nerdy in so many ways.
And by the way, Bat Saggy, you might want to, stop hanging out with Christian Bale so much. You're starting to get his voice.
And that was a pretty good stream that we had last night there, Dawson.
It was really well done. I appreciate being on there. I appreciate everybody who tuned in. It was a very good discussion because I haven't been able to discuss those movies in depth like that with a whole lot of people. So it was very fun to just be able to put that on a stream and have a fun time with it. So yeah, it was a fun one.
Heck yeah. Now, even if you aren't interested in the Cloverfield franchise at all, you want to watch the last part of that video, because the last part of the video got a little funny. I actually still have to clip it because it was absolutely freaking hilarious. We were rolling over, and it was really funny. So yeah, Sophie here says that was such a great stream. I was dead by the end. People were laughing so hard they couldn't even breathe. And Rel McMillan with the 199 super chat, and he's also a member. What's up, Rel? I love Rel. Rel keeps me informed. I love you guys, man, that you guys send me messages throughout the week, and you're like, hey, did you hear this? Did you hear this? Did you see what happened? And I love that. I love having conversations with you guys during the week through all of social media. So make sure to follow us on social media, and let's keep the conversation going after these videos are done, right? But says that Batman Noir looks fire, and it is, man. It is.
Yo, Rel, you haven't been informing me. What the heck, man?
It's because I am the lord of the Snyder Cut, and I have my informants.
I guess that
I'm
makes
like
sense. I suppose.
I am the knight.
So you guys know that me and my friend Johnny Pop, we take on the nonsense, right? Mm-hmm. And so today I was blessed by somebody. They left a comment today on the channel, and I thought it was hilarious, and said, "This channel sucks. Long live Doomcock." I'm doing my job.
That was him.
I'm doing my job, ladies and gentlemen. I'm doing my job. Yeah. By the way, so 187 knows, like I know that I talk about DC a lot, and you all know that. But check out one of the giveaways that is going to be coming up. This is going to be a giveaway.
That is
really nice hat.
Oh, look at that!
Is that a leather hat?
Yes, it is.
I wouldn't be giving
leather
that
hat. It's a leather hat.
Do you have one? Do you have one yourself?
Mine.
Do I have one myself? No. This is.
And you're giving that away?
I'm giving this away. I'm giving this away.
I'm going
to be giving this away probably next month.
Can I have it?
Yeah, I was like,
well, you have to follow the rules.
I bet.
You could be eligible.
Yeah, she is. She's a member, so she is eligible.
Yeah,
she is eligible for all of our giveaways. So, anyways. Oh, I'm sorry. What was that, Saggy?
Well, I just wanted to nerd out real quick because I never get a chance to really see nerdy in many ways here. But can I just say I absolutely was in love with your Book of Eli video that you did. And
thank you.
I've been watching your videos, and you are an amazing content creator. I just wanted to geek out and fangirl a little bit for that because I really did love his videos.
Oh, thank you. That means so much. I appreciate that so much.
You got to be careful when they start giving you like compliments like that, because it can start off pretty good and then it can just like go downhill from there.
What the? There goes Santa. Oh.
No. Oh no.
Oh no.
Well, I've had Saggy on my channel a lot. I'm still waiting for those compliments from me. But yeah, I agree. Dawson is a very talented.
Saggy, I really do appreciate it. It's always nice to hear that kind of feedback, especially in older videos too. That means you've done your homework.
Right.
That's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of compliments, ladies and gentlemen, a guy that I got nothing but compliments for has just entered the chat. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Brian, Master of None.
Hey, that's a solid hat.
What's going on, man? Yeah, I do like this hat. I'm waiting for the red one to become available.
I know. I'm working on it. Teesprings just give me so many headaches.
I was like trying to select color and everything. I was just had to give it.
It's a good logo. It's a good logo.
It is. It's a sweet ass hat. I wear this at the grocery store.
I wear my hat. I wear my Nimwa hat all the time.
And you just make up different meanings for it.
And then I got this hat, and I was like,
I make up different stuff every time people ask.
Like, you know what you are? You're NIMW. You're not in my way.
The one I have some breaking news from the MCU guy, the 187. He's a good commenter, and he's really in the MCU, and he's like okay with the stuff.
Really?
He's not against it or anything.
He likes the MCU,
but he said that's not the breaking news part. He said the Joker teases has got him really excited. Like that was a game changer for him. So he's like, okay, I'm interested, whatever. But now that's what he was saying on my stream earlier. Yeah, so that's what we want, right? That's what we want. People they're like, what's this Snyder Cut thing?
Another level.
Yes, to be intrigued by the Joker stuff.
Yeah. So I do want to say to Rush and also to Andrew, give me just a little while and I will get you guys in here, okay? But I
do have to preface, I can't stay too long, but I will be here for as long as I can.
It's funny that you bring this up by doing a Justice League watch party. I tried to watch Justice League last night and I failed miserably. There
I
was just
watch it
so
all
many
the
things
time.
I would-
Those
I watch it all the
fifty-
time.
Honestly, though, this was the first time that I tried to watch it. Actually, since man, it's been almost a year since I had watched Justice League, and I turned it on HBO Max and I started watching it. And it was cool to see Ray Fisher, because it's like, hey, I've talked to that guy, But other than that, it was just kind of, man, you could see these inconsistencies with the tone, with where it was, and just how the movie itself was. That being said, you brought up the fact that we got a few different things to cover tonight. A lot of great stuff that I just haven't either touched on or that came out today. And so this is what you guys can look forward to. We're going to talk about these Jared Leto nightmare picks that came out today. I know that you guys a lot of you have already talked about the Steppenwolf clip, and I don't want to spend a lot of time on it, but I do want to take a look at it. Also, today, I think it was today, Zack Snyder talked about Sam Benjamin in Justice League. And so, and then a couple of days ago, we got this new Darkseid. So there's just a couple of things we're going to touch on, like the new Darkseid design. And then also The Flash season 7 is coming. And I'm a huge fan of the Flash show. And so we're going to take a look at the poster. So there's a couple of topics we can get into. And then a couple of topics, we're just going to touch base on.
Would you recommend getting back into the Flash? Because I haven't watched since like season 3.
So I'll say this. Season 4 was disappointing. Season 5 was good. Season 6 was kind of disjointed because it started off good and then it started to wane. And I feel like they were really building up to something. And then unfortunately, they weren't able to finish it because of and I mean, we can actually just bring this show this right now since you're since you brought it up. I mean, this is the poster right here. But unfortunately, they didn't get to finish season 6. And so this season 7 is actually going to have, I think it is 2 extra episodes in the season itself, because they went ahead and finished those 2 episodes to basically close out the storyline that was going on. And then they're going to move on to what season 7 is. And I'm hoping, from the way it looks, season 7 is going to have some interesting things. I'm hoping to see the return of what's his name? I just had a brain fart. Godspeed. Godspeed, which is a great character. It's like a white version of the Flash, but he's from the future, and it's just they've already had him on there once, but they teased him, and he was on a few episodes, and they were trying to figure out who he was, and they couldn't, they weren't finding the right guy, and it was just it was good. So the show itself, look, I've always said that this is probably, for me, it's the strongest show in the Arrowverse. I know people love Arrow, and I know that Arrow was a super solid show. Now that Black Lightning is in the Arrowverse proper, it's unfortunate that that's going away, because that's also a very solid show. But this was always the most fun for me, because I love the Flash, and I think that they've done a really good job with this show. I will say too, though, the more I see out of Superman and Lois. Have you guys seen the latest trailer for that?
Well, Grace says it's legit. Grace says it's legit.
It is. It is
already.
It is. The only problem that I still have is the outfit. It bunches up at the collar when he moves, because they've got too much of a padded suit. They're trying to make him look too buff. And so,
and you can tell by the neck as well. Like, you see the neck, and it doesn't match the rest of the body. The same thing with the Shazam suit. Right? I mean, Zachary Levi couldn't get as big as they need him to be, and so his neck just didn't match.
Yeah. And so this is just, but the storyline itself, where he finally tells his kids that he's Superman, and his kids are kind of mad at him because, what that entails, what that could be, that they go back to living on the farm because both Lois and Clark lose their jobs at the Daily Planet. I really did, because it reminds me very much so of the series that led up to just before Rebirth, where Clark and Lois from the world, where, with the old guard, not the new 52 Superman, but the old Superman before they revamped it, survived. Him and Lois survived that. And they had Jonathan Kent, their son, and they were living on a farm and, just doing their thing. And he wore a black suit actually then. And so I'm hoping that the Flash is solid this season. And I'm hoping with the addition of Superman and Lois that, that they bring back some of that excitement for DC TV that had been there, before. Now, were there any of these shows that you guys ever watched?
I watched Arrow a lot. I watched Arrow quite a bit, especially the first couple seasons. I was very invested into that. And then, once it kind of continued on too long with the whole flashbacks and stuff, I kind of faded away out of interest. My siblings really liked the Flash show for a while, and they still watch it. They still have fun with it. But they also were the ones who, as soon as the musical episode hit, they're just okay, I'm done.
Yeah, that was
we love a musical just as much as anybody. But
that was because of Glee, right? Because they're from Glee.
Oh,
yeah,
I'm sure.
they were on Glee. Yeah,
a lot of the CW Justice League is from Glee. No, just Supergirl and Flash.
Now
I watched Flash first, and then got into Arrow after that, and then binge watched all 6 seasons or what it was at the time, and I was like, it's darker, but I still like the Flash. I just got out of it when it started getting how many speedsters are there now? I'm done. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
And I love
but that's part of the story of the Flash too, is that there's all these speedsters in the Speed Force and everything, and so they keep coming for him. And so look, I'll be the first to admit that the show has wandered.
Yeah.
The show has gone, when it goes off the rails, it seems to really go off the rails. But when it's good, it is some of the best superhero TV that I agree. That you can watch. I mean, and it's still, I mean, it gave us the Ezra Miller crossover, which I still believe we're going to see that if the Flash movie actually happens. I believe that we'll end up getting that, and Tom Cavanaugh is Reverse Flash, like Lena Deli says there. Tom Cavanaugh, I would love to see him, if they're doing this multiverse thing, I would love to see him in the movie even, because he is a fantastic Reverse Flash. I mean, just absolutely fantastic.
That's what got me hooked on the first couple seasons when he was Reverse Flash. And then the whole Zoom thing, and then I kind of got out after Zoom.
Yeah. That's the thing. Is season 4 was pretty rough. Now they are going to be putting Superman and Lois the 2-hour premiere on TNT as well. So they are trying to cross.
Which TNT's been awesome as far as DC stuff over the past several weeks, tweeting out Zack Snyder stuff, tweeting out things related to the movie and promoting BVS and Man of Steel and all that. TNT's the bomb right now.
Yeah. Ryan Hartwell with the $5 super chat. Thank you, Ryan. Appreciate you, buddy. And says, speaking of superheroes, have you heard of the show Kid Cosmic? It's currently on Netflix and it's pretty awesome. I have not. Have any of you guys heard of that?
I have not.
I believe I saw a trailer for it, but I haven't seen it.
Is it more like a kids superhero show or all ages, or?
I don't know. I haven't even heard of it, so I'm gonna have to check it out for sure, man. Thank you for bringing it up. I will make a note of it, as Mike Zero would say.
It has been noted.
It has been noted, and we're going to. So anyways, I just thought it was cool. This is a cool poster.
Is it cracking anybody else up that Max is wearing his glasses with the Dr. Doom mask? I love it.
Hold on.
Someone said I look really intelligent. They work. It fits.
It fits the mask.
Bookworm Doom.
Bookworm Doom. Yes, I love it.
Yeah.
Hey, Snowdub, what is the Snyder cut you speak of?
I knew you shaved though. Oh, look at that.
What's up, Man of Martin? Man of Martin up in here. What's up, Man of Martin? Man, it's been a while since I've seen you. What's up, Man of Martin? Yeah. Man Martin. I always remember that stream, man. Man Martin gave a super chat, and I went off on that, man, gospel style. Man Martin, yeah.
There you go.
Man Martin,
Dr. Boomer.
ooh, yeah. Man Martin, oh no, Man Martin, oh yeah.
Here comes E.T.
Yeah. But what am I doing? I got to get rid of that. Okay. Anyways,
We gotta
Man,
see
Man Martin.
her new headphones.
Her what now?
Oh, now she went dark. What the
Okay.
heck?
Okay. Man Martin with the $5 super chat. Thank you, Man Martin. Appreciate you. Says hashtag restore the Snyderverse. Heck yeah. And so that's what let's get into that a little bit, because we got some cool new Snyderverse stuff, and including today. Now, of course, a couple of weeks ago, we saw this picture.
Yes.
Right? Mm-hmm. We saw this picture, and we wondered, like, okay, so there's that picture. What could he be looking at? Right? Is that a hallway? What's he looking at down there? Well, this could be what he's looking at down there.
Well.
Oh my goodness. I mean, what do you guys think, man? What do you guys think of that?
Amazing.
Super metal.
Amazing.
Super metal.
A whole nother level.
Yes.
Another level.
It gives so much of a... It's the vibe of a serial killer. It really is. A guy who's just like done, just doesn't care anymore. And just...
That's a Joker I can get behind. Okay.
Yeah.
Rush with the hunka hunka.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my god. But it's freaky, man. He like it's freaky as all. This is yes.
Oh wow! I didn't get that close. Look at that.
Oh, look at that. Look at
damaged.
him.
Damaged? Is there damage? No.
Well,
so Ryan from ZeroFed actually had an interesting theory about this.
Yes.
Okay.
So he mentioned on his show earlier today that I was able to be on that if you look at Jared Leto's Joker's face in Suicide Squad, it looks more like his skin is bleached rather than makeup, but in this one it looks more like actual makeup. Like it's textured, like it feels like it's like slathered on. So it could be covering up that tattoo, because at this point, like making the statement of damage in a post-apocalyptic world doesn't mean worth jack squat, you know? And he probably just wants to keep up that appearance and stuff. Like, so it's definitely a way that it could still be like, still have that, but still also covering it up to appeal to more of the general audience.
Sure.
And no matter what year it is, people freaking are afraid of clowns.
Yes.
So, you know, it doesn't matter what year it is, you're afraid of clowns.
Yes.
Well, I think the character of Joker is so endeared, you know, be it good, bad, or indifferent, like the different portrayals and stuff. And as far as the actors that have played him, I feel like Leto first and foremost got the least fair shake out of them all.
Yes.
Like, I mean, he basically got
too far outside the box. That's why.
Oh yeah,
right away. Just trying to go. Hey, I'm going over here.
Well, and everybody wants to talk about the Joaquin Phoenix Joker, and if you want to talk about a cul-de-sac of entertainment, we could talk about the Joker. I just look at that movie now as a one-off because I don't see it going anywhere, and I think that story's been told.
The which story?
Well, I think I would rather see Leto's Joker go forward than see anything from Joaquin Phoenix.
Yes.
Yeah.
No,
because there's more to explore and there's more
absolutely.
backstory that we know a little bit about, but we haven't seen yet develop.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, there's more to learn. Yeah.
I'd maybe like to see Joaquin's Joker as somebody like I heard this before, somebody who's maybe that's put in the mental institution, put in and mentors a new young man, and he becomes, you know, like Leto he's his mentor kind of thing, you know, like he wasn't Jack Napier, the Joker. He was a guy who's crazy, and this dude is listened to him. They were cellmates or next to each other. I would like to see that progression of the Joaquin Phoenix Joker. You know, that he's the mentor to some young guy who's in Arkham, you know,
that'd be
if they
really
would
awesome.
go that way.
Yeah.
And then he becomes the Joker proper. I don't know. It's an idea.
Yeah, I just look at Joaquin Phoenix as you know, like it's not bad, but
It's an intriguing character study, is what it is.
But it's like a one-off, though.
You can't
Yeah.
use him with other properties. He can't be in another movie. It just won't work.
right.
no,
He's-
and I've just never looked at him as being the Joker. Like, I just don't feel like that he's really the Joker.
Yeah.
No. He's not fighting Batman. None of that. No.
He's just a crazy dude.
Look at what 187 just said. That could be a thing in the future after the Snyder Cut drops. People are going to be like, I want Snyder Joker, I want Ayer Joker. And according to Grace Randolph, she says they want to work together a lot. Like Leto says, I want to be with, I wanted the next project, I want to be with Snyder.
Yeah, he said they have some
doesn't say
exciting
where.
things planned, is what he was saying, which is,
Yeah.
I mean,
He's going to be an Army of the Dead.
that'd
the
be pretty
sequel.
dope.
But that I love this close up somebody did, just kind of
Yeah.
bringing that closer and I'm just trying to pull up the actual picture again because I had it up here, but I'm looking through all of my my pictures here. But yeah, these pictures are just they're haunting.
Yeah.
These Joker pictures are just haunting in every way. And here we go. Okay, I found it. So there's that, and then this one. Oh my goodness! Like I saw somebody literally today, like crapping on these, going, "Oh, it looks like the Crow. He looks like this. He looks like that. Like, oh, this is stupid looking," and blah blah blah, and like complaining that it was in black and white and everything. And I literally was just like, this is on
Complain about
Facebook.
everything.
Do they
It's
have
on
no
Facebook.
artistic taste at all?
I was just like, complain.
I think he looks better than Ledger.
Oh, I don't know.
He looks
about
dang
that.
good.
I don't know.
He looks
That's
dang good.
I think Heath Ledger's Joker was overrated. But that's just me.
Brian's throwing heat.
Yeah, sorry, man.
Yeah,
Brian had
no, I get it.
But he's ready to go now.
That's right.
Well,
I just
love,
finished Apocalypse War, man.
Yeah.
I love Heath Ledger's Joker.
Apocalypse War's great.
But if you look at like some of his inspiration, like Tom Waits and stuff, if you saw the video, he was really emulating some other people in it. Where I think Jared Leto was going way out the box, trying something really different. Some of the other ones, even Joaquin Phoenix was an amazing performance, but he was emulating some other stuff too, or like Taxi Driver or the other movies too.
The King of Comedy.
Yeah, but Jared Leto was really trying something different. So was Ayer. They were really trying to do something. I don't want to just see Jokers emulate a little bit. I want to see something really different.
Yeah. I can agree with that.
A lot of great comments here from the chat just about.
And real quick, Enosh, I do have to dip. I do apologize,
Okay,
but I
man.
just wanted to come in here and be here with you guys for a little bit. Hope you guys have a great rest of your stream. Again, this is awesome. This picture right here, phenomenal. All these pictures are amazing. And with that,
Somebody colorized this one.
that looks great.
From Aaron Bailey art. I didn't see who had done it, and then but I don't know who that is, but someone sent this one to me, and I didn't see the watermark until I put it in there. But Aaron Bailey art, credit to whoever that is, Aaron Bailey art, and I mean, look at that. That
looks beautiful.
Shows you what it could be,
Beautiful.
So,
Yeah, absolutely.
but yeah, man. Hey, thanks for being here, Nerdy. We love
Absolutely.
you, man. And don't forget, ladies and gentlemen, we will see Nerdy tomorrow night for our big Star Wars show.
Yes,
cool.
episode 3. I just
Gold
emailed you
Man?
the thumbnail for that. So
Yeah,
I'm gonna rewatch that.
for episode 3, ladies and gentlemen, Nerdy will be back here
Gold Man too.
with the Gold Man. Yes,
Wow, that's a power panel.
yes, and
Boom.
we'll be
Dawson,
talking, and we're
Dawson.
working our way through all of the Star Wars movies, and so you're
That's
going
an
to want to
epic
be
one.
here for that 8:30 p.m. tomorrow night, Wednesday. So
Wow.
yes.
All
Anyway,
right.
love
All
all
right,
you
man.
guys. Always appreciate you. I'll try chime in the chat when I can.
all right, buddy. Thanks, man.
Later, bud.
Awesome.
All right. And with him dipping, we're going to bring in Jared Leto Joker.
Hey guys.
What's up, Andrew? What's up, man?
Nice glasses, Max.
Thanks.
Yeah.
I need them.
And hey, Rush, why don't you go ahead and hit me up on Twitter, and I can send you a link as well. But so that's what we got here so far. But
Yeah, I
then,
like that Joker look too.
yeah, the Joker look is
Yeah, I mean, when you compare it to like the other actors like Jack Nicholson, Heath Ledger, and Joaquin. They all brought different takes, and I think with this, he's finally going to show what he's made of.
Well, I'm just glad that he's getting a chance to do one of the things that was said in the Variety, because this was in Variety magazine. And so one of the things that Zack talked about, this was actually an interview with Zack, and Zack actually talked about one of the things that he wanted to bring to the DCU. He said that these scenes were the only scenes, you got the haters out there who are like, oh, look, he's adding so much to this movie. See, it wasn't actually a cut. He's adding so much to this movie and blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, like, this is the same movie, but adding so much in.
Yeah, but that's not true. That's not true. The fact is that he had this cut put together. It had to have the visual effects put in and all those things. But the thing is about this is that this was the only scene, he said, where he thought about this afterwards and wanted to add this because he wanted the DC fans to have this moment with Batman and the Joker to be able to play off each other, for this Batman and this Joker to be able to play off each other.
Yeah,
and so
it's going to be awesome to see Batfleck and Joker meet him going, "Well, Bats, after all these years, you finally come to see me."
Well, we're going to get this post-apocalyptic Joker. And the talk is that, like the Joker is part of the key to this, to the nightmare scene, that this is an extension of the nightmare scene, from Batman v Superman. And actually he talks about how we're going to get answers about the nightmare scene in that interview. Yeah, in that nightmare, in that interview, Zack Snyder talks about that we're going to get some of those answers about the nightmare scene that people have asked in BVS this whole time. And so,
can't wait.
So I mean,
Can I ask you a question, Enosh?
Yes, sir.
I love Ryan. He had this question before because he's like, I don't want to see Mad Matt, his son, said, I don't want to see all this. I don't want to see this. But do you think it's necessary for the Joker push right up to the release to get the general public and more people interested that wouldn't normally just say like some people that are like, wow, now I'm excited.
Yeah, absolutely.
Do you think the necessity? It's necessity.
Absolutely. Absolutely, I feel that because the thing is we've talked about this so many times, is that the general public still doesn't even realize that this is a different movie.
Yeah,
there's so many people that still think that this is a director's cut, or it's just an extended cut of what was there before, and it's not. That's nowhere close to being true about this. This is a completely different film. There are going to be story elements that are similar. There's going to be characters that are similar and whatnot, but you're not going to have these cutaways where Bruce Wayne is fat in one scene and he's skinny in another scene, and well fit in another scene. You're not going to have where it's a super serious tone, and then all of a sudden there's jokey jokes all over the place. You're not going to have Superman with half his lip missing. Starting Justice League, because I said that I watched a little bit of Justice League, guys, yesterday. So starting that, I'll be honest with you, it was so jarring once again to see Henry Cavill like that with half his lip missing, and it was just disappointing. And so like I get it, I understand why Ryan would say that, which, by the way, I was in here when I was in here putting this together, Ryan popped in for a minute and then he was gone. So Ryan, if you're watching, I saw you. But here's the thing. I understand what Ryan's saying, Max, but on the flip end of that,
we have to make it a success, though.
We need every tool within our every arrow in the quiver, every bullet in the chamber, everything that we can, man, to hit this on the head, to get this out there. I feel like we need, not that we need to give spoilers away, but also, just to get that word out there. Yes, Tony.
So essentially, the Snyder Cut is what you're saying. Is we're not getting a new movie. He's just taking the entire movie that was done, adding some scenes to make it better, and recutting the movie, right?
You really think that?
Well, no. Hold on. No. And Andrew, hold on. No, what so he's not the movie was originally put together. He's had this cut for a long time now.
This is his cut.
Yeah, this is his cut of this is how the movie was originally envisioned.
Okay.
At the beginning. Yes, until it was changed, you know. So
and because he had to leave prematurely, he did have to film some extra scenes to make his vision come to fruition.
No. The new scenes at most, he said we're going to begin. I know some people have said 4 minutes, some people have said 6 minutes. The only thing I've actually heard out of Zach himself,
5 minutes.
Yeah, let's go with 5. But all of that are these scenes right here, Tony. And he has fully admitted that this was a scene that he envisioned after he said in this interview, and I can try to pull it up, but he said that this was the only thing that he came up with after the fact. That everything else that we're going to see in this movie are things that were originally supposed to be in the movie. Now, obviously, you know, it's a 4-hour movie, right?
Right.
So we could look at that and say, well, you know, they weren't going to put a 4-hour movie in the theaters. Well, you're probably right. And that's where the 214 comes in because he had a 214 cut. And that's why they talk about that, you know, like 214 is a big deal. This Sunday, we're getting a new trailer. Okay. So this Sunday we're getting a new trailer. In fact, and speaking of which, I'd like to show this because this was shared with me, and I was asked to share this. So I will go ahead and share this right now. I will tell him, Music Man. So this is something that I feel like everybody needs to see as well, and that is this Sunday we're getting a brand new trailer.
Yeah, baby.
For Zack Snyder's Justice League on 2/14, right? Because there was a 2/14.
Oh, I get it. 2/14 PM.
Yeah, there was a 2/14 cut, right? Because the studio wanted it cut down, you know, to a certain point, right? So that's where that came in, where there was the 2/14 cut. But his original vision was this 4-hour thing. At most, there's only like 4 or 5 minutes of new footage that was actually shot. That's what the reshoots were. They weren't reshoots. They were just these things with the Joker. That's why he brought Jared Leto back. But I do want to say this Sunday, a 24-hour worldwide celebration of Zack Snyder's Justice League. The official trailer on 2/14 will be coming out in your area at 2/14 your local time this Sunday. So be looking for that.
Aren't the Nerd Queens behind this?
Yes, the Nerd Queens are behind this, and
they know how to market.
So celebrate by using the hashtags Zack Snyder's Justice League and hashtag Snyder Cut. But at 2/14 your local time, we'll put that hashtag out at 2/14 your local time. Okay. Zack Snyder's Justice League and hashtag Snyder Cut, 2/14 your local time. Then unite with fans around the world at the exciting event times below, which is 2:14 p.m. UTC, which is UK and Ireland time. Join the worldwide trend at 2:14 p.m. UTC. And then there's 2:14 p.m. Whoops. It's all moving all over the place. 2:14 p.m. Brazil time, which is 5:14 p.m. UTC, and then which is the official trailer debut, and then California time, which is Pacific Standard Time, 2:14 p.m. Which is 10:14 UTC. So these are the different times. So at 2:14 p.m. East or Pacific Standard Time, which will be 5:14 my time on Sunday. Right, so 5:14 Eastern Standard Time, but for all of you on the West Coast, 2:14 p.m. we will be that. Then will be a Zack Snyder Justice League branded merchandise event. So we got 2:14 UTC. That's the worldwide trend time. 2:14 Brazil time is the trailer debut, and then the branded merchandise event. And use the hashtags Zack Snyder's Justice League.
Let's do this, baby. Let's do this.
But yeah.
One more question. So all this footage has already been shot. but we just haven't seen it. So it is going to be like a new movie essentially, because it's all this footage that he's shot when it first came out in 2017. Was it 17?
Heck yeah. Yep. Well, yeah. I mean, he shot it during about 2016. Yeah.
Okay.
There's a lot of alternate footage of stuff that's in the Justice League. It's a completely different. Yeah, there's so much there.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
I was just curious about that because I thought maybe he brought these guys back to do some reshoots of some stuff, and maybe he was going to add a little bit more stuff because they were going to give him $25 million to do it, and but I like the idea of 4.5 hours of Justice League, and let's see if the movie's good this time around because
that is
okay the last time around.
That is still a big marketing hurdle that a lot of people don't follow this closely. Just don't realize that. Oh, what did he do? Just reshuffle scenes? No, that's still a big hurdle. Still, even with this Jared Leto, like, oh, there's Jared Leto's going to be in there.
I'm a layman when it comes to this. I am an MCU guy. You know what I mean? Like, I know Marvel way better than DC. I got a bunch of old DC comics because I just like the nostalgia of it. But think of me as like Joe Blow, normal guy going to see this movie. Tell me about it. Why should I see it? You know what I mean? I saw the last one. I thought it was okay. I didn't think it was fantastic. I didn't think it was as shitty as some people think it is. But, because I like some of the characters in the movie. I like Aquaman. I like Wonder Woman, Yeah. I don't like Ben Affleck. You guys could tear me apart about this, but I really don't like Ben Affleck.
Oh, kick him.
So, please take him off.
Well, that was nice having Tony on there. No.
And it's not just because he did Batman. That's not the one that I don't like him as. I don't like him in most of his roles, to be completely honest. So that's just me.
No, it's all. If I could throw another point in there, Enosh, it's also really hard for people to understand and come to terms with that a studio would have this much footage shot and just sit in it, throw it in a vault. They don't understand that people, that companies do this like all the time too. Like
5 years later, this much in a can still. You know?
But that they would spend the money in this can, have this amazing content, and just hide it. It happens unfortunately, it happens a lot.
It shows how dense. It shows how dense the studio really was on this whole thing. You know what I mean?
Does this set a precedent though for other people to do this and think that, you know what? My movie didn't look good at the theater. We only made $20 million. It cost me $100 million. I have all this other footage. I'd like to do this again. Is this going to set a precedent for us to
be on the bandwagon like Kathy Ann? But I don't think she has the actual wealth of content there. Like Zach.
The only other movie at this point, Tony, that could even probably come close to this would be David Ayer's Suicide Squad.
What about the Avengers? Because I guarantee those movies could have been even longer at the end if they let them go.
Maybe, wasn't Endgame like 3 hours?
Maybe solo, but not.
What if it could have been 6 hours? Now is it setting a precedent? Because now, as an MCU guy, maybe I want to see the 6 hour version.
There's always director's cuts of things, right? And extended cuts of things. I mean, Zack Snyder himself has put out. But this is unprecedented in the fact that he literally made this film, right? Had a cut of the movie. It just needed to be finished. It just needed the visual effects to finish it, and those things. And that's where they were going. They were on there, and then all of a sudden all these things happened. And so then Warner Brothers takes the movie back and use it as a way to change it. And as that one Carlos just put here, about 10% of the Justice League movie is potentially Snyder's, as Zach's estimated, which would be about 20 minutes. So more than 3.5 hours of Zack Snyder's Justice League is never before seen Zack footage.
Yeah,
right.
All his.
So this is.
He shot all this stuff. He didn't just edit it the way he wanted it, Josh.
No. This is all stuff that he shot. This movie was shot, and see anybody who's questioned him about that too and said, well, really, who shoots like all this stuff? Zach has always talked about, and he actually addressed this point when the whole thing first started coming out. He said, I've always done this with my movies. Look at Watchmen. I had, like, because there was the theatrical, and then there's like a even longer Watchmen, and he's done the same thing with Sucker Punch and other movies where he's got these really long versions because he literally, if he thinks of something, he shoots it. He talked about that. He says if I think of something, I shoot it because I can always go back and and trim it. Yeah, I can always go back and edit it, but if I don't shoot it, I'm not going to have it. Right. And so that was his point. And so the reason why it's 4 hours is because it's absolutely unhindered. And I will say this, Deborah Snyder, his wife, talked about on, I believe it was Lightcast during Deck the Hall of Justice, that the studio actually came to them and said, AT&T first came to them and said, hey, yeah, you know what? Why don't we just release it the way it is, right? With none of the finished effects or whatever. And they were like, nope. We will sit on this thing until the end of time, unless it's going to be seen the way that it should be seen at this point, the way that the fans deserve.
Here's $25 million, finish your stuff. And he said, yes, let's do it. Or
yeah. And so the studio came back, AT&T came back, said here. And I mean, it's estimated anywhere between 70 million plus that they gave him to finish the effects, to do these new shoots for, these other scenes. And now, we're getting this unprecedented thing where a movie is being restored, a movie that was like supposed to be one way that was taken away and made a different way. And now is being put back the original way with maybe 4 or 5 minutes extra.
Right? I have one more thing. I have to go as well, because I have to work again in the morning. But one more question. Would we have got the Snyder Cut if it wasn't for the pandemic, do you think? Do you think if we weren't all in our houses talking, being on our internets and doing these things that we wouldn't normally have time to do you think we would have got it?
No, absolutely. Well, we would have got it because the ball was rolling well before the pandemic came around. And not only that, but HBO Max had their ducks in a row before they announced it, which was right at the beginning of the pandemic. So
yeah, but gives it more chance for success, though.
Well, of course, but that's just because everyone's sitting on their ass streaming. So, like, to the 4-hour movie naysayers, I just watched almost all of the DC animated universe movies that they have. So I started at like Flashpoint, and I just finished watching Apocalypse War. Those are all an hour long. I sat and watched every single one of them back to back. I mean, I had to get my phone out to figure out which one was going to come out next. But like, yeah, I went through the whole story arc. I never even knew about the Teen Titans. What the hell? See, I'm kind of like Tony. I'm more of a Marvel guy, and at the end of the day, I want to be entertained. So I almost want to ask, what should I watch next?
Well, look, all the Lord of the Rings fans, ain't nobody complaining about Lord of the Rings when Lord of the Rings is like 12 hours.
No,
yeah, I would have taken more.
Peter Jackson and Zack Snyder are in a league of their own. Like other people, like I could do a director's cut. No, you can't do a Zack. Like he thinks ahead of time. He just doesn't pick up an extra scene. He has it all planned out. These are.
I put James Cameron in there too, though.
James Cameron, yes.
The trifecta of that one. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, Titanic's like a long ass movie, man.
Oh yeah, like
exactly.
Yeah. Guys,
Godfather, come on, long.
Bye, Tony.
Later, you guys.
All right, Tony. Love you, buddy.
Max,
later, bud.
Always good to see Andrew. Always a pleasure. Have a great night, guys.
You too.
See you guys.
Yeah. So I want to say something real quick.
Hold on, just 1 second. Tom Hanks, hit me up on Twitter, man, and I'll send it to you. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah. So I feel like when it comes to this thing, I mean, like these studios like always like to mellow the vision. I mean, how much did Zach get for the digital photography?
Well, it's estimated that he got anywhere between 70 million plus.
Yeah, but when it comes to 70 plus, I mean, like you got people saying like, why does Zach need 70 million plus to
how much
add
CG
scenes
costs?
to a movie that already came
too.
out?
The CG budget must have ate up a good portion of that.
Yeah, we don't know if the 70, 80 million all went to digital photography. It's like it's all together cost, right?
Yeah, it's all together. Like I don't know how much actually went to additional photography and how much went to just the effects or whatever. And we don't know because we don't even know what the actual number is. Two things real quick. First of all, Man of Martin with another $5 super chat. Thank you so much, buddy. Appreciate it, man. Says, Zach, shoot all of your bullets. He's adding his last bullet. He's giving the fans everything they wanted because he understands comic book nerds.
Yes.
Yes. Dude, Man of Martin, you are in the zone. Zactivation. That's what I love it because that's man, that is so true. Like he's giving us exactly, what we know, we've wanted, like we've been looking what we've been looking forward to.
Yeah, but here's the thing, like, how are you like convinced to the general audience that this is a different movie? Because people are just gonna say, "Didn't I already see this movie in 2017?"
By dropping the Jared Leto pics in the Jared Leto in the trailer. That's it.
I don't remember seeing Jared Leto in 2017. And like I said before, Joker is what sells it. Like that's the whole thing. Everybody loves Joker. I mean, be it whoever played it, everybody loves it. I mean, like I said before, Leto might have gotten the short end of the stick, and there are a lot of people that are like, well, maybe let's give him a shot and see what he can do. You know what I mean? So I think the general audience will respond to the Joker being in the movie. I mean, like, that's huge.
Yeah, I think so too. I think this goes a long way in getting people's attention.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so real quick, got a couple of things here. Ethan McLean asked the question, did Chris Terrio write the script for the new scenes too, like the one with the Joker? I don't know. I actually haven't heard whether or not Chris Terrio wrote them or if Zach himself wrote the new scenes. My guess is it may have just been Zach, who did that. I do want to welcome in. We got a couple other people here real quick. Wanderer, what's going on?
Hello. Thank you for showing those. I did see one of them earlier today, but when you show the close-ups, can you show those again? Like the one in black and white, like the one where
yeah. Hold on just one second first.
Okay.
And then I got Prime. We got Prime, the Godfather. What's up, Prime? Good to see you, man.
Good time for me to head out. Thanks. I love Wanderer.
Before you go, I want to clarify. Chris Terrio did write that part of the script.
He did write it.
Oh,
okay.
Cool.
Okay. I had not seen.
Thanks.
I had not seen anything written that said whether or not he had. So thank you for.
Actually, I hate to interrupt. I'm sorry, but I have some breaking news. I just saw this. This is coming from a source that I've been following. His name is Pagey. It's his channel. He just said The Flash is renewed for season 8 on the CW. That is big news. Yeah. That is big news right now. So he's still in the strong lead. That is what I'm screaming about right there. That is what I wanted to see when I heard of Suicide Squad. When you do a close-up on his face, the making him and everything, that's how he should have looked. And
Max. Oh, Max, are you still here?
Yeah.
Okay, hold on just 1 second because I want to get your. Can you hold on for just 1 second? Because I want. There is one.
Always,
the next story I want to get your opinion on because a lot of people have been talking about. So yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Definitely. Yeah.
But yeah, this to me is acceptable. I'm excited, and I hope they don't throw in too much in that trailer. I'm really on trailers lately because some of them have been leaking a bit too much. But maybe one of like these shots right here, like this and him sitting in that chair could be enough to get people screaming to see that movie.
Heck yeah!
Well, didn't Grace Randolph say Joker?
These are great shots.
Well, they necessarily didn't change the Joker. You got to remember. When David Ayer brought in Jared Leto to play Joker, that was his interpretation of the character. So now when another director takes on the character, he has to put his spin on it.
Well, too, but this is like end of the world Joker,
right? So it's later on
going to look a little. Because I was hearing somebody like talking about that today, Prime, and they were like, "Oh yeah, but like, look how much different he is than
Well, I have a spoiler if you want me to reveal it. I don't know if anyone wants to know.
It don't matter.
Yeah.
I mean, it's 4 hours, so it's a.
Well, I mean, Grace Randolph said she gave a spoiler warning on her video, and she said, "Spoiler warning: if you really, I don't want to do that to your show, though. But if anyone was to drop off, but she said that the majority of this Joker sequence in Joker and then Snyder Cut is going to be in another nightmare sequence And then she also saw another image of him in a vest with like a bulletproof vest with like police badges hanging off all over the vest.
Right.
And the nightmare sequence.
And I know what scene that's from. Now a lot of people
and there's also what did you hold on just a second. Tom Hanks, I see that you say you DM'd me. Did you DM me on Twitter or where did you DM me? Because I'm not seeing your message here. But yeah, no, I know that there is a he's got the card. Batman has the Joker card, and I know that the article talks about that it's going to explain that.
Yeah. And didn't he also say in the article about he wanted to show like the backstory about like Robin dying and the Wayne Manor burning down and all that stuff?
That's later on down the line. Yeah, that's something that he wants to incorporate later on down the line. It was supposed to be for Justice League 2, but if everything goes into fruition, we may get that, or it might so happen to be in the actual series that Ben Affleck is going to happen. But it's going to happen. Zach is being cryptic right now. He's not going to say too much. He just want to make sure that this gets out first and see the reception for it from it. And right now, it's doing very good right now.
It's doing very well right now.
Definitely.
I mean, people are absolutely loving these pictures, and I'm loving this. I love the way that this looks. I'm very, very happy with with what I'm seeing here. And I think that that's across the board. Most people seem to be really, this seems to really be doing it for people. And so,
exactly. It's just the Joker picture from this article where people started to get interested. It took the Joker and Jared Leto's Joker, just a little bit of a change of it, for them to get highly interested in it. So the significance of this is that, well, it was already going to get a good reception anyway, but now it's bringing out people and making them a little bit more interested. So now this is good for the air cut as well. So a lot of people will actually find out exactly, what actually happened, because that version is the main version with this. So you'll know exactly how this came into fruition, but you'll see it's going to be, it's great.
They need Zach just for the marketing, man. He is a master marketer. The way he drops little tidbits and the right thing at the right time. Just beyond the quality of his films, WB needs him for marketing. He can't.
Yes. Well, this is the week. Yeah. When he markets, he even said it like a couple of weeks ago. He said that he's going to do the same marketing like he did at DC Fandom. So he's doing the same thing. So he's dropping stuff each day until the trailer comes out.
So you're saying we might get something tomorrow?
Yeah, we're getting something every day. So you're getting something every day until the trailer drops. And then once the trailer drops, it's going to have that big buzz for that whole week. And then FanFest starts the weekend of the 26th and the 27th.
That's true. And didn't FanFest say they're gonna like show behind the scenes?
I'm not sure about that one. I'm not sure about that. I think that's going to be the big push, and then you'll get another. Then there's going to be something else that he's going to put out in March, right before the movie drops. So the month of February is this big push. Now everybody's starting to get it. The trailer is going to be the big factor once that drops. But with all the tidbits, the articles that's coming out, it's going to be more. So it's coming.
I'm gonna watch the trailer.
So I want to drop something on you because we're talking about this and this is a great conversation, and yes, we're gonna keep getting more and more stuff. Now we're gonna go to something a little controversial, and I want to state this that I've got friends who have talked about this topic, and this is in no way to be disrespectful to those friends, because look, everybody's got their own sources. Everybody hears their own thing. And this is not to be disrespectful to anybody, but this is from Zach himself. And so we got to report this when we see something like this. And that is, there's been a lot of talk about this guy right here. Okay, and if you all don't know who this guy is, this right here is Sam Benjamin. Now, Sam Benjamin has been rumored for a long time to have supposedly played Hal Jordan, Green Lantern, in Zack Snyder's Justice League. And there's been all kinds of talk back and forth, and a lot of people have been reporting this and back and forth. And there's some people who've gotten very, very upset about this in defense of this and saying that this is happening. And then there's some people who have, said, no, it absolutely isn't happening. I have not known. So I don't have any personal knowledge of whether it was happening or not. So I haven't taken any sides on that. But this was something interesting. This was on Vero, and someone named Simone Diatillo, or Simon Diatillo said, "Hi, boss. Is Sam Benjamin Green Lantern?" I love it when the fans just come right out and just ask the hard questions. It's like, hey, is it happening or not? And Zack Snyder simply said no.
That is correct.
But if he said Green Lantern, we don't know if he's Hal Jordan.
No, Hal Jordan is not going to be, because Zack had already stated that Hal Jordan is not in this arc. He's going to be further down. But he's not in this. Now, what we are going to get, we're going to get a Green Lantern, but we don't know which Green Lantern.
Oh, it's John Stewart.
There you go. It's going to be Stewart, but we don't know where he's going to be incorporated in or which part. So it's going to be Stewart. Now, there's been with that. So Green Lanterns are involved, but Hal Jordan is later on down the line. He's not in this. No, he's not. And for a long time, I thought Sam Benjamin was going to be the Green Lantern. But then when I thought about it, I was like, wait a minute. No, he's somebody else in the movie. So, so it's a Green Lantern in the movie, yes, but we don't know exactly which one. John Stewart, it's a high possibility, but there is a Green Lantern, but Zack ain't gonna tell you which one it is. So it's gonna be it's either gonna be Stewart or it's gonna be somebody from the Corps, but there is a Green Lantern in it, huh?
To be honest, I don't see this happening, but I thought it would have been funny if this movie brought back and redeemed Ryan Reynolds Green Lantern.
No, that's not happening.
Yeah, I got to get going because my dog's driving me crazy.
But what did you think of this? Is what I wanted to ask you about, Max.
Yeah,
what do you think
I've
about
heard this in the past. I really haven't covered it because I don't even know who he is, and it's very possible that he just might have been playing with the rumor to get notoriety, or he would probably jump at the shot to do it. I don't know if he ever was at any point, but the boss says no. So the boss says no. That's what I go with. All these expert speculator movie talks on YouTube, they all like to say their opinions. But if you don't go with the direct source, the director, then you have no credibility. He says no, so I believe it. No, just flat no. So yeah. I don't know if he ever even was considered for that. It was just a rumor, and the actor rolled with it, is my opinion.
Yeah, I remember one time in an interview, I think it was back in 2018, where he talked about something.
Thank you, Ambassador. Appreciate you, buddy. So stopping by to say hi and check out the replay tomorrow. Yeah, so I mean, seeing this. Hey, man, Max, love you, buddy.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I do hope there's some Green Lantern in there, though. Like Prime said, there's something might be in there, but I don't think this guy. Now the boss says no. The boss dropped the mic there. Wow.
I mean, because Benjamin kept on hinting that he was a character, and everybody was thinking that he was Green Lantern. At the time, I thought it, but then after I thought about it, I was like, no, he's not Lantern. He's not, because he showed a picture of him in his army gear, and it didn't say Jordan. So it said somebody else. He's not Green Lantern. So it's going to be that scene where the military gets called in. He's in that scene. So he's in the movie, but we just don't know who he's going to be playing. So he plays a crucial part. Yeah. Right. It ain't Rayner. It ain't Kyle Rayner. I forget what it said on the actual army suit. It said that, but it wasn't Rayner. It wasn't Jordan.
All right. Well, good night, everyone.
Hey, you want to see something interesting real quick? Max, just before you leave, one more time.
You're getting firewater. Just 5 minutes. Just 5 minutes.
I know. We'll bring this back up in just a second, but Here's an interesting thing. Ray Fisher tweeted out just today again.
Oh, he did it again.
He said the same thing again.
Wow.
He said it
He's not
again.
letting up. Okay.
He said it again.
Why do you
that
say
Walter Hamada still owes an apology to the participants.
He should do it before the trailer drops to get it out. You know, do it right before something else drops to go overly positive. That's my thoughts on it.
Yeah, but he won't do it. He won't do it.
He will.
No, I don't. He ain't gonna bow the knee. He ain't gonna bend the knee to that. He's put up this fight.
Well, he's
so
gonna be
far.
feeling sorry after it releases.
Yeah, he is. Yeah, he is. Yeah, he is. Well, hey, Max, thanks, man, for coming in. Appreciate you, buddy.
All right, thanks. And
everybody go subscribe to Max.
Oh, I have a new channel, just for gaming, PlayStation Plus podcast. Please, because I've decided to make 2 different channels because a lot of the movie talk viewers don't really go into the video game, so I'm trying to grow that channel. So if you would consider, I would appreciate the support because I'm way off monetization. I have 17 subscribers there. All right, and I got to connect the Prime again in the future too. I'll be listening. Bye, everyone.
No problem, man. All right, man.
We'll
Have a good night.
And as he goes out, we're gonna bring in Tom Hanks Ballsack 69. What's up, Tom Hanks Ballsack 69?
What's up, everyone? How are you guys doing?
Good, man. Good. So Music Man, I don't know. You know what? There's never been an official thing that said that he apologized.
Here's the thing. I heard that apparently Jason Collar told Ray Fisher and Hamada to make up.
Yeah, but that's all been rumor. Like we don't know for sure that happened. It kind of comes across that way. Yeah. But we don't know for sure that that's what happened. But apparently, you know, look here's the thing. Hey Rush, I thought I sent it to you, man. I'll try to send it to you again. So the thing is about this is that, you know, this has always been about the other people in the movie, the other people who things happen to. You know, that's what Ray Fisher has been fighting for from the beginning, and the fact that you know, you could say sorry to Ray, but it's like then you negate like the whole point of what Ray has been fighting for, and so you know, so there's that.
I'll say this. I would say if Hamada, this is how it stands. See, Hamada wasn't in on the regime when all this stuff transpired. So you got to look at it from that point. He wasn't all into this on that regime. Now, from the investigation standpoint, now Hamada, if he's just going to keep on playing hard to get, that's on him. That's on him. But if he did apologize to Ray, that's great. But you have to apologize to everybody else in this investigation. And if he has not, and he's just going to keep on being stern on it and just going to be stern, stubborn, he's not trying to acknowledge it, that's going to hurt him.
Yeah.
But I think after a while, I think once Justice League is dropped and once everybody sees it, because like I say, Warner Brothers about to get a very, very big backlash, ladies and gentlemen. I'm telling you, it's about to be a very, 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 very big backlash. You thought BVS, when people said, why in the world y'all didn't put that out? This is going to get worse because there's this, trust me, it's going to get worse. And WB is going to have to really be held, is going to have to be accountable for the mistakes that they've done and what they did. So I think Hamada, even though he wasn't part of it, he's going to have to apologize to everybody after this. So,
well, because he was a roadblock. He was a barrier to them getting the investigation done. And you know, that's things people ask the question all the time. Well, you know, he wasn't around at the time that this all happened and blah 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 blah. But the thing was he was a roadblock after the fact. Exactly. And that's the point. And that's what you know, that's been the whole point, you know. But
you know, and once it's done, I mean, once all this stuff comes into fruition and once it's done, there's going to be a lot of questions. There's going to be a lot of people that's going to be like, well, you know, this shouldn't happen. This needs to stay here. This needs to be put. You know, certain things about to happen. Like I say, this movie is Pandora's box, and it's about to get very, very. It's going to be good, but it's going to be bad for the people that were so reluctant to do right by it until now. So hey, just let everything fall as it may, because it ain't got long. I'll say give it about 3 months after the movie is out. Give it about 2 months. We'll see how everything comes out, how everything falls into place right after that. But for right now, you know, Hamada, Warner Brothers, they're going to play hard to get. And I think Hamada is just for the investigation, because Warner Brothers did 2 mistakes. They messed up with the investigation with their lies, trying to hide stuff, trying to, you know, throw shade and all that stuff. That's the first thing. Trying to do old practices, and that's not going to work. That's what they did. And on top of that, Hamada interfered with this investigation. So there's a lot that's going to happen. So just sit back and relax, because it's about to get real nice.
Man of Martin here with another $5 super chat. What's up, Man of Martin? Thank you, buddy.
That's good.
Appreciate you, man. Says, does Joker still have chrome teeth? Did Batman punch out his teeth after killing Robin? I'll spend more cash to get y'all's opinion. Hey, Brian, you've been awfully quiet up there, and I know, and I love how you let everybody kind of speak their piece. I want to give you the floor and hear your take. Whoops, and hear your take, Brian. Brian. What do you think, man? Do you think that he's still got them chrome teeth? What do you think?
I don't think so. Not in the nightmare scene or whatever. But it would be very interesting to actually witness Batman punch out those teeth, because then I know they would have done it in the animated movie. Man,
the animated movie?
The animated movies are pretty graphic, man.
Yeah.
Like,
oh heck yeah.
If you compare them to like the animated shows that Marvel does with like Iron Man and the Avengers and stuff, oh my gosh, like night and day, man.
DC has.
Are you trying to watch them in order or something, B?
Oh, I did. I started at Flashpoint, and then I went all the way through. I even caught like the Titans movies and stuff, because they're all on HBO Max right now. So I was like, oh man.
Yeah, there's some of them that's not even on there. You got to actually go on.
Oh shoot.
Yeah, go on.
Hey Brian, when you think about Marvel back in the '90s, had killer cartoons.
Well, I know that, but they were nowhere near as graphic. I mean, hell, even the animated series was more, you know, the Batman the animated series was a lot darker and more violent compared to the X-Men and stuff like that.
It was taking inspiration from the Burton films.
Yeah, and then the Frank Miller comics. So it's like
Yeah, and I mean, and as good as some of those '90s Marvel cartoons were, they were very comic booky. They weren't adult oriented. I mean, like the DC animated films that have come out in the last few years have all been very adult oriented. Have been
like
very.
It was like watching Heavy Metal. You know what I mean? Like Heavy Metal wasn't a kids movie. You know what I mean? So it's
no.
Night and day, man. Night and day. Like. Wow, I mean, so I think it's been very interesting to see the you know the difference between the two, but no, I honestly think they would show, you know, that graphic of, you know, just Batman beating the living daylights out of Joker.
Yeah. So here's my take on this, and I want to go to do that. I want to go here to Juan Carlos, or that one Carlos says, where's the continuity? I swear I love Zack and Ayer, but come on, they work together. Suicide Squad was an appetizer to Zack Snyder's Justice League. Come on, tattoos, teeth. And so I get that. But here, let me and he says, is that too much to ask? So here's my take on this. Okay. This is a nightmare sequence. So one of two things could be happening here. Either I think that if he indeed did lose his front teeth, if those weren't just an aesthetic, you know, like a piece that was put on by the Joker, you know, just to kind of go with the look that he was going with, and he actually had his teeth knocked out by the Joker or by Batman, that he will indeed have those. We don't see his mouth open. You know, we don't see in any of these photos, we don't see his mouth open. So my guess would be that he does. Now, as far as the tattoos go, I have a couple of different thoughts on the tattoos as well, because I have thought for a while that some of those tattoos may not even be real in Suicide Squad.
What,
but real,
fake?
yeah. Oh yeah, absolutely. absolutely. That they could absolutely be fake because, and you say, well, that's kind of crazy. Isn't that kind of over the top and stuff like that? Well, yeah, it's over the top. It's the Joker. The Joker, he's a comedian. He's a joke. So like when I heard everybody say, well, isn't that damage tattoo a little on the nose? Yep. And that's something that the Joker in the comics would absolutely do. That the Joker in the comics has even had, tattoos, real tattoos. So the Joker, it would not, I would not put it past the Joker to put on a fake tattoo or a temporary tattoo or something like that to give a look or to like make a joke about that he's damaged or something like that, in that little J or whatever. Like I wouldn't put that past the Joker. So that could be one thing. Also, the fact that in this world, he could have caked on the makeup to cover up those tattoos because let's admit in that picture again, right? In those pictures that we've been taking a look at, this guy doesn't look happy.
Yeah, he looks like he's pissed off.
Right? This does not look like our typical jokey. This does not look like the hunka Joker, like because this is from the nightmare scene. This is from an apocalyptic take on the Joker, right? So and he's got some information to share. This is like when the world has been taken over by Darkseid. You see the we've also seen the nightmare scene from Batman v Superman. So we know what kind of world that is. And if the Joker's still alive and he's still dealing with stuff and he looks that way, then he looks that way. So I think that there's a lot of different things that maybe it's not a continuity thing, just maybe where the character's at, because he's got the makeup smeared, he's got a different look. And if it's set in a post-apocalyptic world, he could have caked more makeup on. He could have, like I said, those other ones could have been, tattoos. He could have had a tattoo removed. You know what I mean? Like a lot of different things could happen. He could have jumped in the vat again and it could have bleached his skin again and taken the tattoos away for all we know. Right. So I would just say, wait and see what Zack has planned when it comes to the Joker in these scenes. Cause I get it. I'm right there with you because I like to see continuity. But also I also want to make sure that I'm giving it time. And that one, Carlos just said, hypothetically, if you fast forward the original timeline, which leads to the nightmare's future, things don't just fundamentally change. I get you, Enosh. I do. I don't know. I just want to see remnants. Yeah, I know. I get you. I get you. I totally get you. Like I said, it's one of those things that I think that we gotta kind of wait and see how it's gonna connect. And honestly, hold on, Kevin, you don't think anybody gets fake tattoos?
Temporaries, man.
Temporary tattoos, dude, are a huge thing in society. I know a ton of people over the years who've gotten fake tattoos. Temporary tattoos are definitely an aesthetic and a thing, man. And if you're going to put them on your face, people do that all the time. I mean, well,
you also got to look at it like this too. The Joker from David Ayer's Suicide Squad is comic book accurate. So a lot of people
never realized that at first.
Absolutely.
You said what?
He said he never realized that. He said he never realized that before, but yeah, it is.
Yeah, because Joker and Suicide Squad is comic book accurate to a T, and a lot of people just don't know that. They're so used to one particular Joker, but this right here, like I said, it's a nightmare sequence, and it's later on down the line, so we don't know. He probably still has the tattoos. Okay, he's probably changing it up, but again, like I stated, it's the director's goal. So they have to change it in that particular way. But we will find out later on down the line, because you got to remember, we don't know how many years this is down the line in the future and what actually happened. So we will find out. So we don't even know if he in an asylum, because it looked like he in an asylum.
That doesn't make any sense, because the asylum would have been destroyed.
Yeah, no, I don't think this is an asylum. I think this is like a bunker of some kind.
Right, something
yeah.
where he's at, because he got whatever that attire that he has. He's somewhere.
What if it's the
So-
bunker from BVS that we see Batman open the door from?
I don't think.
Well, here's my theory on that before anyone continues. Sorry if
Sure.
I interrupted you.
No, go. No, go for it.
With Batman right in front of him, I think Batman could have been hiding him, because if you remember in that whole sequence, Batman was trying to hide before those guys caught up to him, and look who showed up right in front of him, right there in that nightmare sequence. I think that was like when Superman was evil, or someone right there was going to show up to crush him and kill him. So obviously he was hiding the Joker for a reason, and Batman knew where he was in case he wanted to get more answers. Because Batman, from that whole thing, was trying to run around, survive, and try to do something to stop the main threat. And we all thought that was Superman at the time. Like those two were still having to find the future. And but they never really gave a clear shot in that who the person was. It could have been Superman that showed up right there in the nightmare sequence. I don't remember. I have to go back. But I'm excited to see that, to know that they're going to throw more of that now, because that right there was alone the most powerful thing we've ever seen for a movie in DC universe. Like an apocalyptic, thing. Like, things got real. A lot of people died, and then you see Bats running around, like doing what he does. But then it was like, wow,
This is a great point too by the Moondog 74, and you guys also Hunter Iggy. I did not see your other question, and I can't. I tried to go back and look for it, and I can't find it. So if you want to repost it, that's fine. Moondog 74 says, I like the idea that this nightmare Joker is actually only in Batman's mind. That's why he doesn't look the same.
So you're saying it's a hallucination?
No, it's a nightmare scene. You got to remember, Bruce has these premonitions.
Yep.
So stuff that's about to happen, and you got to remember, with him having these premonitions, they're going to happen. So this is what I'm saying. And like, if you go back to BVS, when he falls to sleep, okay, he's dreaming.
Discuss amongst yourselves. I'll be right back. Give me 2 seconds.
Right, he's dreaming. But what makes the dream real is that Flash wakes him up and interrupts that dream and tells him what is about to happen. So the dream is real. It's coming.
But Prime, here's the thing. I thought the nightmare scenes it's like a possible future, another timeline. Because
it's a nightmare.
No, it's a nightmare scene, which is
I remember someone telling me that like this is like in a sequence where it's like Superman never gets killed by Doomsday, and when Flash comes back in time to warn Bruce, that alters the timeline.
No, what happens is that Flash supposed to go back in time to change the events, what actually happened. See, when if you watch BVS, he went too far back in time. He was supposed to go back to the spot before everything started to happen, while they were about to fight, before the sequence happened. That's why he said, I'm too soon. I'm too soon. And he was talking about, I was right about him. He didn't go in the right tunnel. What Zack said, right, and Zack, what he said at Snyder Con was that the way time aligns in real reality, the planets have to be aligned. There's only two ways to time travel. There's only two ways to time.
They were supposed to like go back in time to prevent Superman from succumbing to the anti-life equation.
Right, and to catch him, they stop him from becoming that. Okay, so the time one that Barry had already went through, that's in BVS. Okay, when we get to the actual reality, Bruce already knows that he already came back through time to warn him. So when the planets align, when Cyborg gets all the stuff together, Bruce says, well, don't go through this one because you already went through this one and you warned me before. You need to go through the other one. What that does is that's going to change the time of events, because the events that's actually going to happen, Cal is going to come to the anti-life equation and become evil.
Well, I think that first starts after like Darkseid kills Lois in the Batcave.
Well, yeah, Zack didn't get that. He wanted to get that, but they changed it. That's what they wanted to do. but they didn't film that.
Well, I
So
heard
they
that he
changed
wanted to
it.
shoot like a scary scene.
Well,
Yeah,
hold on. Prime, what you just said there, in the later events, when the time's supposed to happen, when the Flash is supposed to do what he's supposed to do, that doesn't make any sense. You said in theory that Bruce may want to stop him from doing it because he's been warned. But here's the thing about time: the past Bruce did know, and so the Flash had to go back to do that. Otherwise, the future or the present will not know what's going on. So you have to let the course go on forward. You have to let some things to do what they need to do to get yourself to that point, and then find a way to get the Flash to go what he was supposed to do, because he is the Flash. He has the Speed Force to... What's the right way to say this? I know with the Speed Force, enough speed, he can do time travel, but I don't think the CW got it right in their explanation.
no, the way Zach has time travel and the way that he set it up, the way that he broke it down was that time travel, Flash just can't just go back in time when he wants. It has
It says right here that Joker gave. There was a Joker card on Batman's gun.
There is. So I want to
Right.
bring up a couple things, because I want to remind everybody that like the nightmare sequences are not necessarily Bruce seeing what is going to happen, but they're premonitions of what could happen. And I think that's a very important thing, because remember, in BVS, Superman kills Batman, which is a premonition of what could happen, and we know that that Superman would not have ended up killing Batman in that future, because they would have figured out, what to do to prevent that. But these are premonitions of what could happen. So that one, Carlos brings that up. And then, like Elias here says, it's a nightmare if the person dreaming can imagine him with no tattoo, then he has no tattoo. And then Cristiano, I'm going to come back to your thing, but Brad here, what's up, Brad? Says this is all a potential future, so it is an alternative timeline in a sense. I mean, it's not in reality, but in a sense of all this could happen if the league fails and it gets to that point. So I think that we have to remember that. So like any of those things could happen, but it's not necessarily in stone that, this is what's going to happen, this is how it's going to be, etc.
Well, here's the thing. Like, if you remember in the BVS scene where Superman goes, "She was my world, and you took her from me."
Yeah,
that's gotta mean when Lois gets killed by Darkseid.
But y'all fail to realize that situation on what happened did happen because Flash came back in time to warn Bruce.
Yeah, but the future is always fluid. So we're seeing potential futures. We're not necessarily seeing what is to come, because we know that had Zack done Justice Leagues 2 and 3, that would not have been the outcome. Superman would not have killed Batman. Batman was going to die heroically in defense of Earth and stuff. So,
and another thing, and I remember Truth 31 telling me that this could also be like an alternate where Superman never gets killed by Doomsday, and Flash coming back changes that, and that's why we saw him get killed.
I mean, there's all you can look. We can go down, every, potential. Thing that could possibly be out there, but I mean, it's really just not all worth that, because there's just so many things that could happen. I think in the end, you got to watch the movie. I mean, it's great to theorize, but I think any one of us sitting here saying like this is going to happen, this is going to happen, this is going to happen, like when it comes to the nightmare sequences, you have to take those nightmare sequences all with. For what they are is potential futures that Batman is getting premonitions of it, because he's getting those premonitions of how to stop them eventually, and the Flash coming back to warn him of how to stop those things. So there's things that will take place, would have taken place, but that do not take place. Real quick, I do want to bring a couple people in. Rushnan, what's up, Rush? Good to see you. And also Matt Jarbo. What's up, Matt?
What's going on?
Oh, hey, hello again, Jarbo.
We're just talking some Justice League.
So it's Tuesday.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Wednesday,
Pretty much.
It's Wednesday.
We're talking about these pictures. Yes, go ahead. Who was that who just said something?
Tom Hicks.
Hey, what's up, Tom?
Yeah. So I just want to say also I just want to say that just sort of like thinking kind of randomly, but sort of interconnected at the same time. So I know that Jared Leto recently has been getting a lot more attention. I think a lot of people are saying that he might get nominated for an Oscar for Little Things. So if he does, then that might actually be a positive thing. That might bring more, sort of positive attention towards the Snyder Cut. I'm just saying I haven't even seen the movie, but yeah, that's just sort of what I'm hearing. So,
I mean, just with the announcement of the Joker, it was automatic anyway. I mean, people they automatically just gravitated to it just because of the Joker. So now people their eyes is really, really open. I mean, yeah, the Little Things he got nominated for the Oscar, but but yeah. I don't think it's because of that. It's because it's just the Joker. People just love the Joker, so everybody just gravitate to the Joker. Everybody just gravitate to the Joker automatically. So,
that makes sense because when The Dark Knight came out, everyone was talking about Heath Ledger.
Right. Everybody has gravitated to the Joker, man. Everybody loves the Joker. And before I lose my thought, this is what I wanted to say real quick, Enosh, about the time travel. People, if y'all didn't know this, the time travel in this version of Flash, he cannot time travel when he wants to. He cannot. Because Zack has explained it numerous times. He actually said it on SnyderCon. He said that he cannot time travel like that because the planets have to be aligned in a certain way for him to time travel.
To a certain time. It has to be at the same point in time. You have to be at the same place where it was. So like in the solar system, because the Earth is moving around the sun and everything. And I really like that description actually.
Yeah.
Because it takes time. It takes all that placement outside of what we just think of regular time travel. And it says, hey, if you're going to go back to a certain time, you have to go back, at the same time that these things were there. It also limits the Flash though a little bit too, because the Flash is, that'll be interesting to see with the Flash movie, how they deal with that.
Right.
Because that's one of his problems is that he's kind of willy-nilly with his time travel and, he messes stuff up. So
right, and if he messes up, he can go into a void. He can go into a black abyss. So right. So he made it to the point where time travel is more realistic and where it makes sense for him to travel. Exactly what you said.
But here's the thing, like I remember them saying, like in the movie we're gonna see a scene where the League gets killed and Flash goes back in time to prevent Steppenwolf from killing them.
Yeah, but see, we don't. But see, here's the thing. Here's the thing. We don't know about any of that now because that was all stuff that came out that was talking about like where like it would go if we were going to get a Justice League 2 and a Justice League 3. But honestly, all that's just speculation now. All that's up in the air. What we have is this movie, and I'll be honest with you, this movie, like, look, I want to see a Justice League 2 and 3. I want to see a continuation. I want to see it continue, but we have to right now. Everything is speculation. There's people who are there's people who are speaking, and this is why I like this man here because he's like me. Brian's very much like me when it comes to like I can listen to people's speculation all day long, and I watch videos and stuff where people tell me that this is fact, this is going to happen, this is happening, this is happening, this is happening, and the reality is. They don't know. they're speculating. Go ahead.
I like to speculate. Don't get me wrong. I mean, as much
absolutely,
as guy, it's fun. I mean, it's part of being a fan, I guess.
Yes,
it's what we do. But at the end of the day, it's just that it's speculation. So it's like we can do that all day long, and at the end of the day, sometimes it might actually ruin what we're trying to go watch.
The cosmic treadmill, right?
And Jacob, this is one of those things that I think that they could possibly use to get around what Zack Snyder was talking about like all the worlds and the planets and everything. Because if you're using the cosmic treadmill, maybe the cosmic treadmill can take you to different places and you know what I mean, in different places within the cosmos and stuff. I could see them doing that. One quick thing, and I'd like to get Matt Jarbo, since Matt's new to the panel, and this was asked by Cristiano a couple of times, so I wanted to get this because I've heard a lot of people talking about this, and I've got my own thoughts on this. But he says, have they talked about an international release for the movie yet? I'm sick of WB acting like the U.S. is the only place in the world. They've got some money. They can figure out distribution. So here's what I'm saying. We got like a month. I get it. I don't ever want to sound like I'm being dismissive of the rest of the world, because I'm not. And I totally understand. And I have lots of friends all over the world now who are dying to see this movie, who fought for this movie. And you guys are awesome, and you are all part of this. It's not just the American fans who deserve this film, or who deserve to be able to watch this film, the day that it comes out. But I a couple things, and then I'd like to hear Matt Jarbo's take on this. I believe that by the time the movie comes out, I believe that they're working behind the scenes to make sure that everybody who can possibly see this film by the time the release date comes out will be able to see it at that time. We have to be honest and understand that not every market is going to open up with an option in time. Money is not always just money answers a lot of things, but money is not always just the answer to say when you're talking international distribution and being able to get past, viewing laws, because it's on basically a streaming service, so you have internet restrictions, you have restrictions of broadcast and things like that. But I believe that, last I heard, they were working with Sky to make sure that it can be seen in certain parts of the world. And I've heard different things about different parts of the world. You're probably not going to be able to, I'm just going to tell you, you're not going to be able to get HBO Max all over the world. It's just not going to, that's not going to be a thing by the time that this comes out. You're not going to just be able to order HBO Max. But we've already heard up in Canada, it's what's it called? Is it Crave? Crave. So it's going to be on a completely different service up in Canada, right? That's available to them. They're not able to get HBO Max, but they're going to be able to get it through Crave up in Canada. So that affects people like who were on the panel earlier, like our good friend Tony and our good friend T.W. McKay. There are going to be people in other countries who have different services that are available to them. And some people are going to have to, it's a sad reality, but it's the world that we live in. It's like any other release. It's very difficult to do a worldwide release where literally there are no barriers to a film or to a product going out all over the world, all at the same time, like this. So I would say I understand it sucks and it's not what everybody's going to want to hear, but there are going to be some people in the world who are going to have to wait and have to be patient for when the time comes that they are seeing it. And look, my heart goes out to you. I'm sorry that you're having to do that. I hope that some of you who are going through that can find ways to get around it, like VPNs and different things like that, because I understand your hearts. You guys want to be able to watch it and be able to support Zack Snyder, and you want to be able to watch this film finally, and you've been waiting for it just like we have. But that's where we're at. Matt, what are your thoughts on that? You've covered a lot of this stuff for a long time. What are your thoughts on the international release of this film?
If they don't solve the issue, then it's going to resort in mass piracy. It's already going to resort in mass piracy. Yeah. But that's leaving a lot of money on the table, which is something that Warner's is kind of known to do. But, AT&T is they're a global telecom company. This should not be something that is taking this long to get done, to be honest with you. Disney was able to launch Disney Plus November 2019 and then have it in England and other parts of the world, March, April of 2020? It took a few months to get more places. Yeah. But they still had it before their first year. HBO Max is coming up on a year pretty quickly. We're 9 months now and they're still not available in many places. That's a problem. as long as they have the movie available for sale, I think on Google Plus or Google Play Store or iOS or whatever, iTunes, then you'll be able to get a fair amount of sales off of that. And that should do pretty well for people with like an Apple TV and stuff. It's all if they can work out the region details. And honestly, I hate that we live in 2021 and region discrepancy is still a problem.
Well, yeah.
But I mean, yeah. God, yeah. Oh my God. But I think, they'll probably be able to figure it out. This is a big deal for them, although it doesn't really feel like it's a big deal for them. It kind of feels at this point like they're just kind of, like, oh, you get 1 week of the Snyder Cut and then it's Godzilla.
Yeah.
Like if we live in the world where they don't have to schedule, theater space anymore, right? Or for right now, at least, then why is it that they can't space out these releases a bit more? Why not push, if the Snyder Cut's done or whatever, then why not have that come out at the end of this month when Tom and Jerry comes out? Because no one gives a shit about Tom and Jerry. And put Tom and Jerry.
It looks cute. It actually looks cute.
It looks like a less lame version of the Smurfs, which is like the only reason why I'll check it out. But it still looks just like something that is, it's aimed for kids, obviously, but it's also from a bygone era, which is.
I played it earlier, but this could be what it's going to feel like for a lot of people who don't get it on the 18th.
There you go. What the? There goes Santa. Oh.
Who shoots down an airplane?
But yeah, and Hunter, I did see your second question now, saying that Aaron Taylor Johnson reminded him of Nightwing, and that's I could see that. I can see that a little bit. Yeah, I can see that. But yeah, I mean, look, people are coming in. Sky is going to show Zack Snyder's Justice League for Europe. People are talking about different, options. HBO Go, Google Play, HBO Go for Asia. I mean, who knows? I mean, yeah, I don't know about North Africa.
No, not Africa yet. It's gonna be later in the year.
Yeah. So Silent Scotty says this is why the good Lord invented torrents and VPN.
That's going to be the other thing. I want to see how VPNs can handle this situation. Here's the thing. People who've supported it, if it's not available to them, they're just going to pirate it. And I'm not going to lie. I'm not going to sit there and say a word about it in the negative. I'm just not.
Yeah, you can't. I mean, look. You know what? That's the thing. It's like I get it. It sucks, and all I gotta say is when it comes to your area, support it. Support it the best that you can. Then if I can't tell you what to do. So.
I would say with the markets, I'll say the ones that are already in. The Asian market is already concreted in. So they've already got that locked up, except certain other parts of China. We know Hong Kong is going to get it, and Taiwan is already locked in. The Latin market, they're making sure that it's going to be concrete. Warner Media Latin has already put the information out there saying that it's already up to go. But if it's not on the 18th, they will get it a few weeks after. But it will be on HBO Go. Some of the other international countries, they will have the Google Play. And they will be able to get it there. But places like Africa, certain places in, Spain and Germany, they're not going to get it just yet. They're going to get it later on in the year after that deal is already done with Warner Media. So they've already got the deal, but it'll be later on in the year. But the Asian market and the Latin market, those are the main. The Asian, they got that out the way. That was key. They had to get that first. The Latin is now. So if the Latin market, all the Latin countries, they can get it on the 18th. That'd be great. But for right now, they're still working on it. So there's time. They got to make sure because Brazil has to have it. Brazil is one of those markets where they want to make sure they have it day one. So it's all about the negotiations and, all that stuff with their those contracts, and they got to let that stuff run out and see what they can arrange out and stuff. So if they get everything up and running, that'll be good. But certain markets is a go.
Yeah,
I know Australia got it too. Australia got theirs too.
Yeah.
Did they finally get it?
Dravwalker says, I'm Australian, and we're told that we can watch it on Foxtel, which is cable TV, or Binge, which is Foxtel's app, or rent it on your PS4, 5, or other consoles, possibly even Amazon Prime. So
yeah, see, I don't see why you wouldn't be able to get them like Amazon or Vudu or something like that.
Yeah.
Be out.
Yeah. I do want to read Rush's statement, because he was in here and he was having internet problems, and so he was saying here, so here it is. He says, the thing that I wanted to share on your stream was, and Rush, you're welcome, man, anytime, but sorry you're having internet problems. He says, is that he says he wanted to share on the stream is that the Joker as a character is only successful when he is against Batman. The reason Joaquin Phoenix's Joker will never be my Joker, meaning Rush's Joker, yet being amazing, is because no Batsy. This was the same reason for Leto Joker. The main reason to me that Leto Joker did not work was not him against Batman. The connection was not made properly. I mean, there's a whole scene though in Suicide Squad. I mean, really, see, here's what I got to say about Jared Leto's Joker. Suicide Squad wasn't meant to be his movie. It was literally just supposed to introduce you to the character so you could see what the character looked like, how the character kind of existed in that world. And there was that flashback with him and Harley and Batman chasing him, and you know what I mean? And you had that moment, and it was supposed to lead to something later on where we were supposed to see more. You know what I mean? So like, I get it, but I mean,
it was like more to facilitate Harley Quinn's
character.
Opening.
Yeah.
Her origin story, basically.
Yeah. So I mean, I get it though. I mean, like as far as Joaquin Phoenix goes, I've said it many times. I even said it in today's vlog that I did for our Patreon supporters and our members. I talked about Jared Leto's Joker for me, and just the fact that for me, Joaquin Phoenix, that character in the Joker movie is fine, but he's not necessarily the Joker. He you know what I mean? He could be anybody. I mean, to me, he may not even be the Joker at the end of the day. But even if he is, I get it. You want to see the Joker take on Batman. So I get it. I did want to. There was another statement down here about the international stuff. Let me see where it was here. Brad here, and I agree. Brad says illegally watching Zack Snyder's Justice League only hurts Zack's chances even more at coming back for anything DC related. So, like I said, if you have the opportunity to watch this in your part of the world and properly pay for it, and you don't do that, I have a problem with. That I have a problem with. If you have the option of doing that and you don't take that and you don't support this thing properly, then that does hurt. That absolutely hurts Zack, and takes away from the whole point of being able to count towards supporting Zack Snyder.
You're gonna have the haters doing this.
Yeah, and there's going to be a lot of people doing that.
There's gonna be a lot of people doing it, but at the end of the day, man, it's gonna be successful. Because right now, I mean, Warner Media, they only care about the subscriptions. The views is irrelevant. The views is not the problem. It's the subscriptions. They care about those subscriptions. And if they can get more subscriptions or more people actually renting it, buying it, whatever which way it's going to be provided for them, that's what they're concerned about. The views is going to be for itself, because a person, you can, like, for instance, Enosh could probably watch it 15 times. I could watch it 20 times. The views don't matter. The views is not going to be the problem. You can't go by the views. They're going by those subscriptions. That is what's important.
Yes.
So, well, it's both, to be honest with you, because you have to look at it from like a marketing perspective, and the views are the marketing perspective. Because look at what they did.
You got a point.
So look at Wonder Woman 84. They did that. They're like, okay, we had half of our subscription base, which is that was a good way of saying a lot of people, but it was only 6 million. And so that's like they're going to finesse the numbers to the best of their ability. But yeah, it is for like, it's not so much who's the subscription now. It's who's got the subscription in 6 months to a year, you know? And with Wonder Woman, I read a report the other day that said like at 2/3 of the subscribers that joined up for Wonder Woman have kept their subscription. So that's significant.
Yeah.
And that's what we got to look at is those numbers, you know, and
retention there.
Yeah, but like I was saying today, I put out a vlog ranty thing today. I'm like, Zach is marketing this movie himself now. You know, like he's like the only one marketing this movie.
He's like
but
Thanos going, fine, I'll do it myself.
Pretty much, you know. But it's like getting Vanity Fair to run the exclusive high-res images of the Joker was really good for the normies.
Yeah.
To showcase that this is something that's different. Steppenwolf beating the shit out of everybody yesterday, which was awesome. That was, you know, again, the show.
Yeah, we're gonna show that here in just a second. I mean,
yeah, like that was violent. That's right.
It's a good time. It's a good time to show that actually. I did want to put kind of this part of this because this wasn't even part of our topics, but I did want to address it because I know that it's something important to a lot of people all over the world. He says, "Oh, I can't wait. My frustration comes from Warner not making these main properties available in other countries. DC Universe hasn't released anywhere else but the U.S. They have no excuse for that." Well, a couple of things with that. One, DC Universe sucked. I had DC Universe, and but
the comics read so well on TV, though. You got to admit, like the comics, that tech was good.
I hated it. I
thought
that was awesome.
You guys like paperback.
I'm sorry.
Enoch like paperback.
There's a couple of other things, but honestly, I just did not. Their entire setup for DC Universe. Look, one of the things that I really love about HBO Max is their menu boards and everything are super well put together. It's easy. Like there hasn't been any glitches, anything like that. DC Universe, when I first signed up, there was a glitch. It wouldn't even stream to my TV. I couldn't even mirror it to my TV. It was constantly glitching out. It was constantly giving me a hard time. There was literally like once it finally did start working, they finally just told me that, yeah, it's a known problem. We don't know when we're going to fix it. And when it did work, I would have to literally like finesse it, get it to start, undo it, do it back. Like, and somehow it would take. And then I couldn't fast forward, pause, anything when I would watch a video on there. I would just have to literally sit and watch the entire thing all the way through because it wouldn't allow me to do anything else. So it has absolutely sucked. And now, I mean, none of that stuff is even going to end up being there. So visual, you know, any of the video or anything. Like, so if you're into comics, I get it, you know, but like the whole thing with DC Universe, and now it's like DC
Infinite. It's DC Universe Infinite.
Yeah,
it's just comics. It's just all comics.
I canceled.
We lost him. We lost him, and he froze. And he was on the main screen.
Oh no!
Yeah.
I want to add my 2 cents to what was being talked about here. I understand where this person's frustration is.
Ha!
And
they don't like it.
Hey, hold on. I do hear what this person's trying to say too, but I hope that HBO Max does reach out to the rest of the world some way for everybody else to see what we can see, because they got options there that it's no longer on Netflix. I'll tell you that right now. People have been grabbing left and right, and I've seen on the menu already what HBO Max, and I'm pleased. I even saw Wonder Woman 84 on HBO Max. Still think that was a 50-50 movie. They could have done better, but hey, moving on.
Well, can I say?
Sorry, one little quick thing about this whole thing. How you guys feel that how it hurts Zack Snyder with people pirating? I understand that, but for the people of the rest of the world that doesn't have that opportunity, I can't blame it if they have a way to do that. If it gets them to see it, if we're looking at just on that option, because the rest of the world, there are some poor folks out there.
Yeah,
some who watched. Wait, who was talking? Was that you, Matt?
No.
Oh, but, you know, I get it. Pirating is wrong. It hurts the chances. But for the people who can't afford to see this and the prices are too high, if it's the rest of the world, hey, I can't blame them on that. Because it gets the eyes to see this and love it.
But here's what we got to remember though.
Right.
Entertainment is not a right. Entertainment is entertainment. Entertainment is a luxury. We who live in the United States, there's plenty of people who think that they are suffering, that they are going through poverty or whatever, and yet they got 2 cars in their driveway, they got a big screen TV at home, they got cable TV, they got a PlayStation, they've got everything known to man, and yet they claim poverty. So I get that to a point, man. I do understand where you're coming from because
I'm on the same thing what you're saying too.
Yeah, we want as many people to watch this as possible, right. But also entertainment is not a right. So when somebody creates something, they absolutely deserve to be paid for their creation. You don't have a right to just consume what they've created. So I get it. It's a fine line, and I understand why. I totally understand why, and I understand there's people who want to see things that may not be able to afford to see things. I don't know what. There's not an easy answer to that, but again, I just look at it as entertainment is not a right. We don't have a right to be able to see every everything that we necessarily want to see, so
I hear you.
Yeah,
I believe you on that. But yeah, let's that's fine. The other thing, Kenneth, we talked about this earlier, actually, man, at the beginning of the show. It looks good to me. I like the story aspect. I hate the suit.
I heard Clear Trend off like
that. I gotta check it out.
The padding on the suit is way too much, and it bunches up right here in this area. Like right in here when he moves, it like bunches up and it looks weird. But other than that, I mean, the storyline looks absolutely fantastic. So
you know what's something weird? I heard someone say that
I gotta watch it. I ain't watch it. I ain't even know the pilot was up.
Well, it comes out in a couple of weeks, so it's not out yet. Yeah.
I heard someone say that the new suit looks like the best Superman suit since Christopher Reeve.
No,
they need to stop.
No, it looks good.
They saying it
looks good. It looks good for TV, but the S is too small now. And I don't understand why they can't like get this stuff like together like on TV, but it is what it is. But hey, I haven't talked about this yet.
Whoa, look at him go! He's a beast.
This is what you were showing.
Oh my gosh, this is like insane.
Yeah,
I'm sorry, but this is I love this so much.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, look at the lightning coming down, the blood. The blood split. He's flipping over horses. Oh my gosh! What did you guys think of this?
I loved it.
I love it, man. It's fantastic. And this actually grabbed a lot of people yesterday.
Yes,
this grabbed a lot of people yesterday. If y'all have no idea, it's a lot of people that didn't even know it was coming out. And then when they finally did their research and then they saw this, they was like, yeah, they sold. They ready to see it. So. Hey, it's beautiful. It's fantastic. I mean,
was like so much blood.
Yeah,
when he cuts her, it's like a bucket.
Slice.
Look at that.
Oh my god.
That looks like a video game,
Right. But that was well done in that way.
Well, I believe Weta Digital worked on this one. WetaWorks worked on this, or Weta Workshop, because they retweeted this yesterday and they said it's good to see our work finally. So it's like if I didn't know Weta was involved. That actually ups my anticipation level because I love them as a company.
Well, Zack gonna get the best.
On him and you doing that.
Well, I mean, he's I don't know. Sucker Punch still exists, but I'm waiting for him. I'm waiting for him to remaster that one in a couple years. So when
I'll remaster of the Snyder Cut.
No, of Sucker Punch. He had said he wants that movie got. I don't know. Warner interference is the best thing I can think of, but it's
they interfere with the dialogue, and then they decided they didn't want to bring out the actual extended version, which Zack really wanted to put out, and it's the same thing that happened with his other properties. But Warner Brothers told Zack to change the dialogue of Sucker Punch.
Yeah, I don't have an issue with the dialogue. I have an issue with the editing because the editing, it makes no sense. Like when she jumps from being in the mental institution to being in the brothel, it makes literally no sense. Like it's just, and I haven't seen the extended edition that
Yeah,
came
you
out.
gotta see the extended edition. Yep,
Okay, because like I own it, I do own it, but like, 300 violence is what this feels like. Yeah, and I love 300.
Yeah. So with Sucker Punch, people got to watch the extended version, and there's a lot of parts in that. And then when all this other stuff, I guess what Zach said, that once the stuff clears, then he'll look into it for that version, because they made him change the dialogue because they said the dialogue was too sophisticated for the general audience, so they wanted him to change the dialogue.
Studios sometimes I feel like they don't know what's best for anything, and they just
what the fans want.
Well, it's not so much even. To be fair on that front, the concept of what the fans want is generally a misnomer, because fans don't know what they want until they want it.
Exactly.
And so you're never able to truly predict what they're going to respond to or what they're going to like. It's entirely possible that, let's say, for example, Grogu from The Mandalorian, if Baby Yoda wasn't the cutest damn thing ever, it's possible it could have been rejected by the fan base.
Oh yeah.
And if it would have been rejected, it would have been game over for the show.
Yeah, I agree with you on that.
But
that's true.
So it's like, it's all a risk, it's all a gamble, and even Filoni and Favreau were just like, we kept it quiet because they didn't know, and Disney trusted them well enough to let it do its thing, and the result was not only did diehard fans love it, but normies loved it, and that's the other You know how many times now I've walked past cars with Baby Yoda bumper stickers or window decals? Like, and it's like you don't see any other Star Wars paraphernalia on their vehicle except for Baby Yoda. So you're like, all right, they're a Mando fan. And so it's, like.
Oh yeah, I saw somebody with a Mandalorian sticker on their car just this last week, and I went up and like I said hi to him, and she's like, "Oh, this is my son's car," but she was wearing a Star Wars hat too. Like I was like, okay. I was like, all right, well, then don't look at me weird for saying, because I went up and I said, "Hey, this is the way," and she looked at me like I was crazy, and I'm like, "Well, I saw your Mandalorian sticker on the back of your car," and she's like, "Oh, this is my son's car," and then I looked at her and she's wearing a Star Wars hat, and I'm just like, "All right." I guess I'm cool now.
I cannot fucking wait. I cannot wait for this at all, man. I mean, he just obliterated the Amazon.
Go.
I really
Amazon. And I'm just seeing all the arrows they put in them. I'm just finding, because it's so close, I'm really actually seeing all the arrows that's in them. There's no effect on them because of his armor. It's not even. That shit is crazy, man.
What's odd is I've seen people that are actually saying that the 2017 version of Steppenwolf was better than this one.
Oh God, no! I just tried to watch it last night, and I was like, the entire time I'm looking at him, like, okay, you know what? Crazy ball dangly from chin Liam Neeson has got to go.
Well, I mean, was it Cillian? No, what's his name?
Skin tag.
What's the name of the actor who played him?
Syrian Hines.
Syrian Hines. Thank you. Even he was like not happy with the way that looked.
Yeah.
I mean, who in their right mind would think that 2017 Steppenwolf is better than this?
Well, you got to understand. It's not so much troll. Actually, Star Wars Only on a YouTuber was like, he thinks Steppenwolf looks like shit. And I'm like, I'm like, okay,
yeah, okay, sure, sure.
Like, I'm just like, and he's like, I also hate the Joker. And like, he hates Jared Leto's Joker. I'm like, no, okay,
that's like, his opinion.
That's exactly. I'm like, I hope to one day win you over, sir, but
Well, when he sings
I don't want to get nuts. Come on, let's get nuts.
Yeah, bring Michael Keaton.
Yep. I like
well,
that.
the thing is, it's possible that the Snyder Cut will not be as big during, the first week or so, the first weekend, as people out there want it, because it's going to take, there's word of mouth that's going to have to go with this. There are people that are like, are they going to want to invest 4 hours into watching it?
Yeah, I don't. Kevin, I have not seen the ability to pre-order those figures yet from McFarlane Toys. I have, as soon as I do, I will be pre-ordering them, but I have not seen them actually come to fruition as something that like you can actually go and do. So
I don't think people will have a problem with it because, like I say, with all the stuff that's actually coming out, and once people see what's in it, and like I say, from a lot of people that have actually watched it, they said the movie is so well paced for the ones that have actually done it. They say it's completely well paced. So the way that it is like it's the same thing. Just like, for instance, BVS, it don't even seem like it's 3 hours because it flowed so well. It doesn't seem like it's 3 hours.
Yeah.
So
you're referring to the Ultimate Edition.
Right. Yes, the real version. Right. It doesn't even feel like it's 3 hours. So that's what I'm saying. So if it's paced, it's going to be paced well. And then with the action, it's not going to even feel like it's 4 hours, because if you're going to be immersed in the movie, you're going to be just into the story. You're not even be worried about the time.
Yeah.
You know, it's not like it's the same thing with Lord of the Rings. You see, you're so invested in the story, you don't want it to stop. So that's the thing. It's like, I don't know why people complain about times. So,
well, I mean, like, yeah, you're right, but even like Wonder Woman 84 felt very long in the tooth.
Yes, it did. Yes, now you're right about that. Now it did feel long. Yeah,
but this one, yeah, if they can keep it going, like, I think for me with the 4, because I plan on sitting there and, like, you know, putting on a pair of Depends diapers and just watching it. That's my plan. I'm kidding, but like, do we know if this is coming? If this is coming at midnight or if this is coming in the morning?
That's a good question.
I don't think there's a release time yet.
Yeah, they gotta do midnight. They gotta do midnight. It's
you know what? I would not be surprised if they do it at 12 in the afternoon, like they've been doing all their IPs. I'll take that back. No, because they only did that with Wonder Woman. The Little Things came out at midnight, so they might just do it on the day of midnight. So once it hit midnight, it might do that, because I know the Little Things did that. If they do it for Jonah and the Messiah, and it comes out on Friday, if they do it that Friday night, Friday morning, and it comes out at 12 a.m., then they're going to do it with Snyder Cut too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think all of them is going to do the same thing. Once they hit 12 midnight Eastern time, it's out.
So well, see, I hope it's 12 midnight Eastern time and not 12 midnight Pacific, because
yeah.
F you.
9 o'clock.
Like, yeah, like I told my girlfriend too, I'm all like, okay, March 18th, Snyder Cut comes out. And she's like, okay. And I'm like, it's 4 hours. She's like, you're going to have a long night. I'm all like, I am. I really am. Like,
you hope it. You all over on the West Coast. I'm sitting over here on the East Coast, man, saying, yeah, I'll have to stay up till 3 a.m. and not go to bed till 8. If that's the case.
It's gonna be 12 Eastern. It's gonna be 12 Eastern Standard Time. It's gonna be 12 Eastern.
I really hope so.
I hope so.
It's gonna be 12 Eastern Standard Time.
Because that's also because the cool thing about that too, if it's 12, okay, think about it like this: if it's 12 Eastern, right? We can watch it at 9 p.m. Pacific, which works great for me. It's over by 1 a.m. You know what drops at midnight? Oh no! If they drop it, it would be the 17th. They would drop it at 9 p.m. the 17th, right? So my bad. I would say if it was actually on the 18th, then at midnight, Falcon and Winter Soldier comes out.
Yeah, it comes out the next day.
Oh man, like that's gonna be
I'm
like.
excited for that.
That's leading into my birthday week, so we get the Snyder Cut, Falcon, Winter Soldier, Godzilla v Kong. I'm like, yes.
Yeah, March Madness. It's March Madness.
Yeah, I like the Ghost Who Walks and Hellblazer teaming up, talking about Warner Brothers interfering with literally everything. They just interfere with everything, and everything they interfere with either fails or underperforms, and then they blame somebody else for it. And
I mean, the thing is, like, when it comes to like Warner's greatest success is their television division, because Warner TV does quite a bit. And that does pretty well for them, but they still have like a market share that's greater than Disney for the most part, because they do put out a lot of content, and they do put out a lot of varied content. Not everything is genre, or not everything is like superhero, right? So the stuff that they so their DC Films division, which is generally where you're going to find a lot of the interference, that's full of people that are more business minded rather than entertainment minded. And that's where we're seeing a lot of the problems. Like, I don't know why Jim Lee doesn't have a bigger role.
I don't know either.
If y'all didn't see Jim Lee's Twitch stream the other day when he was talking about those books, oh my God, man. Woo, man, no, he showcased some of his books, because some of the people at Marvel put a book together of the X-Men when he was on it. And it shows some of the drawings and the stories that he was on, man. That was fantastic, man. And it was like a thick, big graphic novel, thick binder book. and he was showing up, man. That stuff was raw, man. Jim Lee know how to draw. That man is off the hook. That man is off the hook. And good thing he's talking about Darkseid, because I forgot all about Darkseid. We were worried about Steppenwolf and Darkseid. I forgot all about Darkseid.
Well, it was funny. I was seeing reports last week. There were a couple of news outlets that I wanted to slap because they were like, "Hey, if this is the first we're seeing that Darkseid is going to be in this movie," it's like, did you watch the first freaking trailer? Where the heck were you? It was one of the news outlets or whatever, and they were going on about how Darkseid was in it. It's like, oh, we're gonna get to see Darkseid. Well, that's cool. It was like you're about 3 months, too late. Zentek. So I'll be honest with you. I mean, I don't think. Who knows? We may get to see Leto blow up some parademons. I don't know. I just don't know. I think we need to be careful how much we really think that the Joker is going to play a role with everybody else in this film. I could see him having a conversation with Batman, and giving Batman information or, trading information with Batman and maybe getting a little bit of a spark of what could have been in a Batman movie with the Joker, some of that back and forth, maybe a nod to Robin being killed or something like that, or the reason why. I like that idea of Batman hiding Joker for some reason. The Joker has something to do, But
5 minutes of additional photography. That was it.
Yeah. So I don't think we're going to see, Jared Leto's Joker doing a whole lot. I mean, it just, but I'm looking forward to seeing whatever it is.
It's just going to be an established sort of thing. What I found funny was I didn't see Grace's video, but I heard about it from Max, and then there was a clip I saw floating around where she's like, just like I told you guys before, if you want this, and it's like, all right, whatever, Grace. But I don't think the key to more Snyder is Joker. I just don't see that. I think the key to more of Joker would be the Ayer cut and where they want to take it. But it also depends on whatever Sony's trying to do with Morbius. Let's be real, right? Let's be real.
Ooh, that's a good point.
Because Sony wants to establish their own, what are they calling it? The Sony Pictures Cinematic Universe of Marvel characters or something like that. It's like the lamest, stupidest name on the planet.
Yes, it is.
But I mean, look at that. Look at the one Morbius trailer we got. We had Michael Keaton, we had straight up Vulture, and it's and then also Michael Mando is going to be there too. So that's Scorpion, and they're establishing the Sinister Six, and Morbius is going to be a key element of that going forward with these characters. Because even Jared Leto said just a week ago that Morbius is the movie we all need to see right now. Because for him, it was playing. He said this, because he also said that Morbius as a character was it was him playing himself, which is something that he didn't know he also needed to do, which is kind of weird because he's a weird guy. But it's whatever Sony wants to do. It's like when we heard all those rumors about Ryan Reynolds coming back as Green Lantern in Snyder Cut, and I was all like, no, it's all a marketing tactic. It's a negotiation tactic with Disney, with Feige to get Deadpool 3 greenlit.
Yeah.
And no one believed me. Everyone wanted to back up what Grace was saying. Cause like I've said before, and as much as I love the fandom, some of y'all need to knock Zach's dick out your mouth sometimes and realize that not everything is as it seems. And there's a lot there to this industry that is more than what people tell you. And I think a lot of people get kind of lost in that sometimes, especially when you get people because they also, I get it. They want it. They're passionate about it. And they want answers and they want to believe. The key is here they want to believe, and it's the same thing when I called out Doomcock, and I get all these people in the comments that are doing everything they can to explain away Doomcock.
Where? When? Who?
Yeah, exactly.
Never find the more wretched hive of scum and villainy.
Okay. Because I have no idea when you're going to do that. So it throws me the hell off when you do that because I have no idea you're going to pull a clip.
So well
They're trying. Let me just break it down for you like this.
I'm sorry.
Can I copyright that clip? Can I just copyright? Can I DMCA that off your?
No, it's on my channel.
Yeah, no. Can I just DMCA that off to keep you from playing it? Because I look so fat. They're trying. Let me just break it down for you like this. I can summarize everything up in simply 2 words. You lost.
That's fact.
Oh my God. I'm so fat. Anyway,
Hey,
what was I saying?
Weight too.
Oh, that's a big stretch.
No, you were talking about Doomcock.
Right. Well, it's sorry. When I was reading the comments, a lot of people, they absolutely overlook all of the things he's been wrong on.
Oh yeah.
And they focus on how it makes them feel. And they want, and a lot of the people said he gives me hope. That he gives me hope that what he says is real, that they're going to retcon the sequel trilogy. And I'm like, none of that's based in reality.
No, it's all like this.
So you're telling me there's a chance?
Yeah, pretty much.
Yep. And that's what they look like. That's what they look like following that. I don't know if you heard earlier, Matt, somebody made a comment on one of our videos where we go after, all that stuff. And today I just laughed because it was a funny comment, and it just says, this channel sucks. Long live Doomcock. It's like,
I got you there, man.
No, totally got me. I was like, and the thing is I just feel sorry for those people. I really do. I feel sorry for those people because they don't even realize they're being duped, that they're being used, that they're being, whatever. It's sad. It really is sad. It's very sad.
The thing is, like, I get it. And when it comes to the fan base, like, there's I was thinking about it tonight, and I'm like, man, I really hated Ghostbusters 2016. No matter how much I try to justify it, no matter how many times I try to justify it in my brain, And so it's like, if someone were to come along and go, and this is like before Ghostbusters Afterlife was even greenlit, and they're going like, Sony is secretly working on Ghostbusters 3. And this is what's going to be happening in it. I might be inclined to go, okay, tell me more, But this last year of COVID, like, okay, for example, you guys know a guy named Daniel Rickman? Daniel RPK? The scooper. All right, dude's a piece of shit. Let me just say this. He tried to extort me last year.
He did, really?
Yeah, he did, because I had criticized him in a video. I criticized his business model, which is hiding scoops behind a Patreon paywall. And so he tried to blackmail me. For some reason, like, when I criticize people, they try to blackmail me. It's been this like consistent thing, or they threaten restraining orders or the FBI. I don't know. Apparently I'm just that much of a jerk. But what it was is, like, Daniel was posting more things behind his Patreon paywall. And it's like Gina Carano apologized to Lucasfilm and Disney. And like, that was something he's reporting. And it's like, no one else is talking about this. That seems kind of far-fetched. And then it's like, oh, they're talking to Brie Larson about Star Wars. And what it is like, but then like all these other websites are reporting on it, like Giant Freaking Robot, we got this covered. And they do the same thing with Doomcock. And after a while, it just burns me out from giving a crap about literally any of this stuff unless it comes from the source.
Yeah.
And so like when Zach drops information, I'm like, hell yeah, like, this is real. We can take this to the bank. But in the last year,
totally real, like a real American.
Yeah, real America.
Fight for the rights of every man.
You know what? Just for that little comment right there from Jack Perry, the Mike Zero and Doomcop.
Yeah.
One thing that Mike Zero has an up on is that how he listened on doing a couple of things for you. I've seen those streams of yours when you mentioned about that. That's about the only thing that Mike Zero has gotten you guys to laugh. When has Doomcock followed anything what you told him to do? Have you asked him to do anything funny for his?
Well, that's because Doomcock uses the same video every time and just dubs over it.
Right.
Except for last week when he forgot to actually put the sound changer thing on his voice, which was funny.
Someone sent me that after the fact, and they're just like, "Did you see this?" I'm like, "I've already heard him speak, so I don't know."
Yeah.
But apparently, so many people never heard his real voice. And that was shocking to them. They never. One guy left a comment on my video, and he's all like, "Man, I didn't know that Doomcock sounded like such a whiny SJW bitch."
I saw that,
and it's like, and I'm like, "Oh God, I'm so like, I can't even do it anymore." And I'm all like, "Wait, what? Is this real, or are you trolling? Like, if this is real, is that all it takes to break the spell?" Because I saw that comment pop up a couple times. not to the extreme that this one was, but like similar,
really?
like when people heard his real voice, it doesn't
pull that card.
Well, it doesn't sound
Ouch.
deep, right? It
Right,
doesn't sound like
yeah.
a deep booming voice,
Yeah.
because it's not processed. Like, it just sounds like a normal whiny guy who's overweight with sleep apnea. And that's basically what Doomcock is. He's just an overweight fat guy with sleep
Bit of a
apnea.
drinking problem. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah, definitely. And I even the other night, this is kind of funny. I was looking around and I got recommended like that Friday Night Tights or whatever the hell it is that he does. So I like to torture myself. So like, all right, I'll click on it for a second. I clicked on it and it's like him and it's Tom from Midnight's Edge. And they're talking about these Star Wars and Star Trek scoops. And they more or less like Tom more or less debunks what Doomcock was saying about retconning the sequel trilogy, because that's all he's ever done, right? That's all he ever says. And Doomcock's like, well, yeah, like I don't think they're gonna probably retcon it, but and it's like, dude, but all your videos all lead to this, and you have an audience of like 800 people watching you right now, and you are literally explaining to them that you are lying to them in your video. Like this is how fundamentally dumb these people are.
Yep.
And but the thing is that, but again, it's all hope. They all hope to see this stuff changed. And, and this is where the fandom menace should be slobbering on Zack's knob right now. They should be doing video after video after video.
Yes.
Because it's like, what do they want? Oh, we want the sequel trilogy retconned. Okay, well, the Snyder Cut fandom got the Justice League retconned. So maybe you want to try pulling their tactics. Maybe you want to try not being complete jackasses to people that don't agree with you, and you know what? And like hide behind your terrible behavior. Like maybe maybe pick a fandom that's not going to sit there and get screwed over.
He's right, 100%. It's basically is what he's asking for is, he wants the fans to be respected, so to speak, and it's like this is the director getting his vision across, unfiltered, by the studio, which they're all constantly complaining about Disney Studios screwing things up. So it's like, no, dude, this is right up their alley, and I don't understand why they don't get behind it. To be perfectly honest,
because it's good news.
Because Kathleen Kennedy's not involved.
Right. Yeah.
Kathleen Kennedy's not involved.
Star Wars is the main reason
isn't there to ruin it.
Yep.
I mean, if Zack is a hot commodity director, everybody wants to have him on their team, pretty much. So, I mean, even if he does get a chance, if he gets a chance to do a Star Wars, that would be nice. But the only problem is that will Disney allow him to do it fully where he doesn't have no restrictions? And that's going to be the issue, because right now he doesn't have any restrictions at Netflix. And I think Warner Brothers, not Warner Brothers, but anything moving forward, they're not going to restrict anything with him. So it all depends on how all this stuff goes, and it's up to Zack if he wants to do anything else.
Well, the thing is, there's always
Well,
what you got to remember is that there's always compromise, always. I know Zack says no compromise, but that's more or less no compromise with the studio. He'll still make internal compromises, or they'll give notes or whatever. Even James Gunn said this. It's like Warner's didn't really interfere, but they did provide notes, because notes are just a part of it. When the studio reviews the dailies, they might offer notes, because they're the ones that are fronting like the hundreds of millions of dollars for this. So, they want to have a say, right? But in the case of Zack, I know you're saying he's a hot commodity. He's a hot commodity now, but for a while he wasn't, because the way the system works, and as crappy as it is, people always fail upwards. Right, in many instances, but also you're only as good as your last picture. And because the Frankenstein 2017 Justice League was such a mess, and Zack's name was, forefront as the director because of DGA rules and everything else, a lot of people associated that movie with him, and so that kind of lowered people who didn't know what happened. Well, here it is all these years later, and more people are aware of it. And now, and I think he's going to stay with Netflix, if I'm being honest with you. Like,
oh yeah, me too.
I honestly, like, as much as I want to see Justice League 2, Justice League 3, a Batfleck movie, I don't think Zack's going to be the one to do it. I just don't see it.
Who's going to do them?
If the thing is, it's like whatever they pick, and it all, like, here's the thing. If the Snyder Cut does so well to where it's like you know, millions upon millions of people come in and watch it, and they report like another 4 million new subscribers have joined up because of this, or it's done very well financially. They might go and they might greenlight it, but this again is something that's going to have to be worked on between Warner Brothers, DC Films, and Warner Media through HBO. Because that is where we're seeing this breakdown, right? Like, why isn't Warner Brothers tweeting about this? Right? Everyone sees it, and it's because they have no connection to it. This is out of their hands. So they are willfully trying to not engage with it, which isn't unity, which is really stupid, and the infighting needs to stop. If this is popular enough, then it's possible that Jason Kilar will want to work a deal with Zack to produce the film outside of Warner Brothers and outside of DC. And that's going to be weird as well. But this Ray Fisher situation is still ongoing. Even today was saying Walter Hamada needs to apologize.
Yeah.
So it's like, you know what, and I stand with Ray and I want to know what's going on, and I got his back. But I'm like, as we get closer to this movie's release, as the marketing starts to ramp up, those criticisms, they've got to be resolved. You know what I mean? Like internally
forever.
Yeah,
it's going to be a while.
But it has to be done. Otherwise, it's just going to be bad. So if this thing doesn't operate like with 100% accuracy, 1,000% accuracy, the likelihood of it continuing is going to be minimal. I'm sure the talks have already been had, or they've already been general discussions. But there's so much that's now working against Zack that has the power to pull those purse strings. Because this isn't like them investing $70 million. This would be them investing like $250 million, to give us something that's going to go to streaming. And is it going to be another 4-hour movie? Is it going to be a 4-hour series? What's it going to be? There's all these things that could happen. I think it's just get it out there, and then we'll have to wait and see how it goes. But I think Zack will also kind of direct people towards like the right target, if I'm being honest.
Wait. Sorry, Matt. Can you put that back up on the screen? I want a closer look at that big screen. Enosh.
Did you bring up that stupid 10-inch Superman again?
No. Jack Pierre did.
That's Superman Returns, isn't it?
Oh my god. Every time.
Isn't it? Superman Returns.
No.
Look at the suit.
No.
What the hell?
It's not Superman.
You got two of the same thing, bro.
I do.
Oh.
It's not. No, it's just a regular Superman. It's just a standard.
Oh.
Superman.
He's always got to pull out the 10-inch Superman. Oh god.
So, well, real quick, I see that Kiyoki says, "Dude comes off like a secret hater." I'm not a hater. I'm pragmatic, and I understand the industry, and I get what's going on. You know what I mean? Like wishful thinking. You can hope in one hand and shit in the other, and see which one fills up first.
I think that I feel like if they end up doing the if we end up getting a Justice League 2 and 3 and they complete it, it will be Zack. But I also know this: to do 2 more movies, that's going to take up about another 6 to 7 years. And I don't know if at this point in Zack's game he wants to do that. You know what I mean? Like, I think that there was a time where he would have dedicated the time to do it and set out the time to do it. I hope he does. I really hope he does. I want him to. I want to see this, and I think that if they're willing to do it, he may do that. But also with this new deal that he's got inked over at
Netflix.
there's
definitely there's some things in play there.
Because keep in mind that Netflix reached out to Warner's to acquire the Snyder Cut.
Yeah,
and Warner's denied it, and then that's what prompted the deal for Warner's to sell Army of the Dead to Netflix.
And they're gonna regret that.
I can't wait to see it, and I'm hoping that it's like I'm looking forward to 100% unchained Zack Snyder. Good or bad, I want to see what happens, and that's what I love about Netflix is they allow for that kind of non-interference because they already know what's going to bring in the subscribers. What I'm hoping, and I agree with Enosh here, it's going to be another like 6-7 years to like get everything back on track and to like get it all done, or maybe they could streamline it to go maybe 5 years down the road. Yeah, because if let's say that Autumn had died and the Snyder the Justice League had come out and it was good enough to warrant the other movies, we would be getting the third movie probably this year.
Yeah.
You know, this fall,
Oh,
finishing
yeah.
up that trilogy this fall. And you know, but the thing is like, but it also could have maybe not happened and we wouldn't be getting it at all. I think that Warner's, well, I should say, I think that Zack most likely wants to probably move on with his life. He wants to finish this for Autumn and finish this for him, for not also himself. I think a big factor of it's himself. And he's got a lot of anger and rage, you know, justifiably at that some of the people at Warner Brothers. And after that, I mean, it's like, you know, he's probably gone through a fair amount of therapy, following, you know, family therapy, following the death of Autumn. And, you know, and also part of that is letting things go. He wasn't able to let this go. You know, basically, I said this today. I said he basically turned Vero into his own personal social media platform and like used it to spawn the Snyder Cut movement. And after that's over, like what, you know, like, sure, he would love to go do more, but I mean, he's kind of done at that point. And the thing is, and I'll tell you this, and this is what gets me is all the people out there that like keep saying that he's, you know, like contracts are signed, that agreements are done, that he's already signed up for 2 and 3, that all, you know who I'm talking about. The people that just keep manufacturing these, you know, hypotheticals as being more factual than speculation.
Andrew Thomas.
You know, and it's just, but that also sets people up for disappointment. And that's the other side of this. I'm not a hater, but I'm being realistic.
It's the business part. People have to understand business and pleasure just don't mix. And sometimes a lot of people, they'll do the business side first. If you know all the levels and all, you know, all the pillars and how business works, you can understand it. That's why I say business, and then sometimes the pleasure is a mix.
Well, especially with them, you know, getting rid of Henry Cavill as Superman and now bringing on this female Superwoman to replace him.
Where was that?
Whoa, what?
What? What was that?
You guys didn't see that?
No.
Wait, what?
They're gender swapping the character. They've already recast her.
Shut up!
Right.
I see.
That's it. That's
Oh,
it.
Enoch's trolling.
No.
Enoch's trolling. I'm about to say it.
I mean, she's very attractive. I gotta give
those high cheekbones. My God, yeah,
very very attractive.
So that's Henrietta Cavill.
Yeah, Henrietta Cavill.
Now, not as attractive as who they got to play the Flash.
Okay.
Oh my God, you look like the witch from Hellboy.
Hey.
Oh no, God, what are you doing? Is this for your secret Tinder file or what?
I did this to Zach, or not to Zach. I did this to Max on his stream the other day. I showed this.
Oh, Lord.
I showed Henry, and then I showed this one, and then when I had lured them all in, I put them with a "Ba-dow!"
That is.
Oh my God,
that's the stuff nightmares are made of.
Oh yeah.
Enoch.
What is wrong with you?
You guys are stupid.
It is now midnight Pacific.
Oh my God.
Do you know where your kids are?
Enoch, you got me with that one, man. That was bad. You got me.
I know. And all of a sudden, Prime's like, "Wait, what? What are you talking about? What?"
You got me with that one. I was like, "Yo, man."
Oh my eyes.
That one alone will fool some people.
Yeah.
That's frightening
face
on so many levels, man.
I was like, God, you got
That is some scary shit, and please never do that again.
Just for you, Jarbo.
I'm not even looking at the screen. I'm not even looking at the screen.
Jack says he fell out of his chair. Spoiler alert. Spoiler alert. You're killing me. Spoiler alert. First look at Flash's nightmare nipple.
Can I pay someone to like hack into Enosh's computer and delete those images so we never have to see them ever again?
Oh wow!
Do your
my eyes bleed.
Now just kill me.
Oh man! But hey, you know what? This has been fun. Real quick, the last thing, and we just didn't talk about, but it is the last thing that I had on my agenda tonight. I saw this. I think this is an awesome.
Ooh.
Yes.
That looks cool.
Yeah. This is a freaking awesome picture. Yeah, this is the T-shirt. This is a T-shirt you can get on the DC website. This is fantastic. There's a lot of merchandise coming out, guys, and like I know everybody can't buy everything. I can't buy everything. I mean, so my goodness, it's but a lot of good stuff. And this is I love the fact that it's Darkseid because like we get to see some of what Darkseid is actually going to look like. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so to see him on a throne like that, man, that's killer.
Yeah, and that's the only shirt that I got. I got the black Superman shirt and this. Those are the only two shirts that I got. I should get the other one, but this right here is hard. This is hard.
Yeah, so I dig this. I dig this, and I look like we were talking about earlier. There's something coming out pretty much every day now, and then we're looking forward to this Sunday, where there'll be a new trailer.
Absolutely
for Zack Snyder's Justice League. I'm looking forward to that, and most importantly, you know what I'm looking. And Matt, you probably remember what this is. I'm looking forward to this crossover.
Oh my god!
Oh my god!
I can honestly say I've never seen The Greatest American Hero.
What?
I just know the Christopher Cross song. I've never seen it either.
Oh my gosh! I own it.
I'm sorry.
What is that? The Greatest American. Why does that look so familiar? Because that suit looks so familiar.
It was from the 80s. It was a TV show.
Yeah, I know. I'm trying to remember what show it was.
It was The Greatest American Hero.
Okay. That suit looks so. I gotta.
What
watch
is that
this
expression on his face? Like he's trying to squeeze one out.
Yeah.
Now, do you guys know what the other one is?
No, I do have no.
Okay. So that one is Captain Avenger from a movie called Hero at Large, starring John Ritter. And I have that on. I've got a copy of that movie, and that is basically about like it's like a talent agency. There's like a comic book character named Captain Avenger, and all these people like flood New York City dressed as Captain Avenger for a parade. And John, he's doing it as a part-time job, whatever. He ends up going into a convenience store that's getting robbed, and he saves the convenience store from a robbery. And so he gets heralded as like the Captain Avenger, and like he has to come to. It's a really cute movie. I mean, it's an '80s movie, but yeah, two '80s greats there from my childhood that are pretty cool. I love that costume. I really wish that they could get Greatest American Hero up and going again, man, because that costume was great. The idea is awesome because the idea is basically aliens come to Earth and they drop off this super suit that can do like a million different things and give the wearer all kinds of different superpowers, but they leave an instruction. They were supposed to leave. Well, they leave an instruction booklet that explains how the suit works, and the guy who gets it, he loses the instruction book, and so he doesn't know everything he can do. So like every episode, they were discovering new superpowers and and new ways for him to use the suit and everything. And so it was a great show. I really liked the show.
So basically, Superman.
Actually, DC Comics sued the show because they said it was too much like Superman and with some of the power set, but actually they won in court that they said that it was enough not like Superman because he derived the superpowers from the suit, and even though he could just because he could fly didn't mean that it was the same. So it was actually a really good show. Wow. Plus, got one of the greatest theme songs ever in a TV show or anything.
Yeah, it was so good. George Costanza used it for his answering machine on Seinfeld.
Just saying.
Really?
Just saying.
That's one of the funniest episodes. Of
Hey, I do want to say shout out here to Eddie Evolution. Hey, man, next time I am wrapping things up. It is like 3 a.m. here, and so I got to get up in the morning. I got to go to work tomorrow. So we've been going for 3 hours, now 2 hours and 58 minutes. And so, hey, man, next time definitely hit me up, man, and we'll definitely get you on here in our panel. So, yeah, man, geeks, you got to go look up Greatest American Hero. The Greatest American Hero. It's yeah, whatever. We're old. You know what?
You're young, dude. What the hell, man? Yeah, I had to tell him what a pocket pager was the other day, man.
Look, just because
pocket pagers, they were a thing, man.
Just because you don't know some good stuff when you see it doesn't mean you know what that that it's not worth it, because that was a good show. It was definitely a good show. All right, guys. Well, hey, thanks for joining me, and I want to thank everybody who was on my panel tonight. You guys are fantastic. You're awesome. I love all of you. Thanks for being here, Brian. Thanks for being here, Andrew, Prime, Matt.
No doubt.
Absolutely, man. Wanderer, thank you for being here, and everybody who's coming tonight. Nerdy and Max and who else was here? There's a bunch of people here before. So
actually, I do got one thing to ask. If one of you can answer, I saw a clip about Flashpoint, and someone was running around with a rumor. What do you think if there was a Reverse Flash, but it was a female? I don't know if they're intentionally going to throw the Reverse Flash for Ezra Miller or whatever the actress name is for the Flashpoint movie, but I like the idea of them throwing Reverse Flash in there because he needs a little.
I think Reverse Flash. I think Reverse Flash will definitely play a part in that, especially if you're doing some kind of thing where Barry goes back in time to save his mom. That's the whole point, is that Reverse Flash kills his mom. So so that's why he goes back in time, is to save his mom typically. So so I'd definitely be down with that, man. All right. As far as Reverse Flash, I don't know about a female Reverse Flash, because one of the things is that Reverse Flash is jealous of the Flash in every way, and that's why he's Reverse Flash. So and you're right. Lena Deli put in here, they teased Reverse Flash in Instagram. Andy Muschietti did. They were wearing Reverse Flash socks in a pictorial thing.
Oh, I saw that. That looks pretty cool.
Yep, for sure. All right, guys.
All right.
Well, I'm sorry, unless you had something else. Did you have something else, man?
No.
Okay.
First out clean.
down here, Drab Walker, one of our Luke. Hey, man, you are awesome. One of our members. Thank you for being a member and with the $5 Australian super chat. Yeah, I'll give you the Nicotina clap. Thank you so much. Says it was my birthday yesterday, 39. Well, happy birthday, Luke. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Looking forward to Zack Snyder's Justice League. Happy birthday to you. Oh, no. It's your birthday. Next year's 40. Ah! All right. There you go. Well, hey, guys, thanks to everyone who's been here tonight. You guys are all freaking awesome. I appreciate each and every one of you who come and watch the show and make it a lot of fun. You guys make this show worth doing. And so, like I said, I'm very thankful. Also, don't forget, this Saturday, we'll be doing a stream in the afternoon sometime and giving away our Batman Noir book for all of our Patreon and members and anybody who gave a super chat this month. So we'll be doing that. So we got that coming, and just lots of fun, cool stuff. You guys are awesome. All right, guys. Well, that's about all I got. Also, I'll have an update for you on the brick. I don't know, Matt, did you hear that earlier? That the brick's going in?
Yeah. I saw
so the brick's going in, man.
If only I lived closer to where is it? What state's it in? Illinois?
It's in Illinois. It's at the very southern tip, like right across from Paducah, Kentucky.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, like, could you, I know you said something like you want to drive down there. Could you just fly to somewhere nearby and rent a car?
I think so. Yeah. Oh yeah. There's stuff definitely near it. I mean, yeah. You can definitely fly into the general area for sure. Yeah, because people do every year, because every year they typically have a Superman festival that there's over 100,000 people just swarm this little town, and so so there's definitely places to fly into, and yeah, man.
Yeah, I'm just looking right now. I mean, what's it near? Major city wise,
it's near Paducah. Paducah's a pretty good size town, but I don't know. I'd have to.
Well, there's also Draytonville. I don't know, or was it Wycliffe? I'm just looking at the map.
Yeah.
Evansville's not too far away. Clarksville, I don't know. You
gotta take the last train from Clarksville. Also, guys, don't forget to be here tomorrow night as me, Nerdy, and Goldman all go and talk about episode 3, Revenge of the Sith. We're at episode 3.
I will check that out. What time? 6 or?
No. So I just heard from Nerdy. It's probably going to be a little bit later. Probably 9 or 9:30 Eastern Standard Time. So keep an eye out for that. I'll be posting tomorrow about when exactly we're going to start once we have a direct start time.
I will be in the chat.
So it's going to be fun.
Sounds fun.
And then we'll be back for on Thursday for another 2 cents on nonsense. Heck yeah! So we got. Fun. And then Friday, we're right back here again for another episode of WandaVision. So, man, we got a great week of streams planned here at the Poindexter Lounge. It's always good to have you guys here at the Poindexter Lounge. Just know this. At the end of the day, don't try to tell somebody else that their fandom doesn't matter, and don't let anybody tell you that your fandom doesn't matter. You know what? Treat everybody with respect, and as long as you do that, well, there'll always be a place for you here in the Poindexter Lounge. And in honor of Matt, we'll go out with this. We'll see you guys next time. Stay nerdy.
They're trying. Let me just break it down for you like this. I can summarize everything up in simply 2 words. You lost.